Wait. Hello, family. I finally made it. Wow. We've been on the move this week and last week. How's everybody doing? We are live. And I finally made it. Oh my God. Whoo, you see the title. We're going to have a very interesting title, very interesting story. I know you guys probably have been looking for me. I've been on the move. My daughter is had us looking in. We've been to Alpharetta, Georgia, and another couple of places. Just taking some road trips. Trying to, just to get out and get about. I hope everybody's doing well. Man, this is an exhausting day. I took a ride down uh, about for like an hour from my house today, just looking around there, went to lunch and had lunch with my daughters and just had some family time today. And I'm telling you, I've been trying to do this live since ooh, last week. I didn't come Sunday, and I know I got one scheduled for tomorrow, and I'm hoping I'll be able to do that. But I want to do this one tonight because you see the title, you guys, right? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about this very important um, topic. And the topic is, why have we not made a plan for the future for our babies? Everybody else plans for their futures, right? If you're in a marriage, you plan for your future, right? You and your husband sit down, you plan for your future, right? Everybody else, white folk, plan for their future and ours. And we've allowed them. And then you wonder why things are working out the way they're working out for us and they're still on top. That's a good question. Why are we allowing them still after today to educate our babies? I'm going to show you a story today. And I'm telling you, I'm going to show you a couple stories today. And when I heard this story, you guys, I got so upset. I asked my husband, or I asked my daughters, I said, what hospital is that teacher in? Because I'm just like, not understanding why she's not in somebody's hospital right now. Um, and I saw the little girl, and the teacher had hit her in the head or threw something, some object or something. And by the teacher tossing the object, she threw it and hit the little girl in the head with some kind of iron thing. I don't understand why you would get so angry and decide to hit somebody in the head with any kind of object. Why are you, for one, why are you a teacher? And for two, why are you throwing stuff? I don't understand for you to get so angry and want to physically throw something to, and you're a teacher, but you hit, you throwing this object and you're actually throwing it and hitting a child in the head. I didn't understand that. And I still don't understand it. I'm still trying to figure it out. My girlfriend's a teacher. She was rather. And I asked her, I said, why, what would make her want to do that? Right. And I don't understand the anger. All I can think of is that when you don't like somebody, you want to do whatever you can to hurt that person, right? And for whatever reason, that teacher um, just has an issue with kids that look like me. Okay. And for us to know that and still not do anything about that is just very disturbing to me. I don't understand how we can know somebody has an issue with you, but don't do anything about it. I don't understand that. But we're going to talk a little bit about that today. Hopefully, I'll be able to find it. But if I don't, we'll see. I'm going to try to find it. I am. I'm going to try to find it. But I do have something else I want to show you before I get to that part because that's coming. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the little baby, but I'm going to find it first. I thought I was going to go right to it, but I didn't. But anyway, we're going to find it. Um, Let's listen to this right here, real quick. Something really quick. Y'all know I'm gonna share my little story, and y'all help me to understand. I wanted to talk about this first, and this is a reason why we are going to have to clean house, Black people. We are going to have to stop looking at people. Let's stop looking at people that look like me. Let's stop just voting. I don't. I have an issue with voting anyway. I just believe that we're not supposed to be voting for white supremacy to be on top of us. I don't believe in voting. I don't believe, maybe locally, if I see that somebody has a Black agenda, but a lot of time, Black folk, as I'm looking, they look like me, but they don't have a Black agenda. So, as far as me really putting a vote out for them, I will not, because I seen a young man in Chicago, Jamal Green. He seems to be for the people. He's independent, and I just feel so sorry because he cannot get out there. And it's either Democrat or Republican. I believe that we as Black people have to support people. We get behind the wrong people, people that's got our back, people that's going to free us, people that's going to do something for us. They have taught us to distrust them. They have taught us how to go against them. They have taught us how not to trust our own, but you'll trust them. But we don't understand that. We see this, but we don't understand that. But we just automatically go, jump on the side of a white supremacy, and you just have no heat for them. But your own, you got heat for them. I'm just trying to understand this, but I want to show you guys something, and this is why we are going to have to deal with in-house first. We are going to have to deal with little Black folk that look like me, but have white supremacy hearts, white supremacy mindsets, that white supremacy will send into the camp, which we have not learned how to vet people. We've not learned how to look at people, who they're hanging with, and vet them that way. We look at the person and say, oh, they Black, so we automatically vote for them, and that person won't have a Black bone in their body just because they look Black. That is the wheat and the tare, and I believe that is what God is talking about when He said, "I'm gonna separate the wheat and the tare." They grew up together, but you can't tell them apart until they get older, and you start seeing how they act and seeing all of the hatefulness that they have against their own. Let me show you this brother here. I'm telling you, boy, I tell you. Oh, let me try to do something first. Hold on. I'm gonna make a copy of this so if anybody wants to come on, that can. I just don't understand, and I don't think I'm gonna ever understand. Hey, forecast, welcome. I don't understand, and this is I'm just putting it up there just in case somebody has time or want to present. Let me share my screen first. Entire screen. Yes. Let me get up here and see if I can get up here and share. Y'all know I'm bad at this, but y'all gonna help us out. Y'all forgive me because yeah. Y'all just chill for a minute. I hate this when they keep showing me this. Don't show me this again. I got it. Okay, here we go. I want y'all to listen to this. This blows my mind here. Wait, this man right here. Now y'all let me know if you can hear it or not, but I'm gonna try to pull it up so I can see if I can hear it. This young man right here, I want y'all to look at him get a really good look at this get a really good look at his. I'm gonna try to be cool. I really am. I'm gonna try to be cool. I want you to look at this dude right here. Okay. Let me show y'all something. Listen to this.
When I heard this story, I said, no way. No way. Let me hear the audio. Then I heard the audio. You're looking at Mayor Steven Reed. Mayor Steven Reed is the mayor of Montgomery. Here's what he said according to a recording.
No, I can come smile. I don't have to do no goddamn work. Right? I don't have to do no work systemically, and I'm going to be fine. And guess what? I will always get 38 to 45% of the white vote. If I get 30 to 45% of the white vote, I have to get the black vote I got this past election. You got a black city, that's great. You can have all black everything. And guess what? You won't have green nothing. Yeah, white money. You are looking after, they will take the crack mill, they will take the pipe road, and you won't.
Now I want you to decide if
You know what? I'm coming over here. I'm so sick of these useless Negroes. I'm so sick of the answers. I don't know what to do. 88, welcome. Yes, I've heard of it. But you know what? I don't even care. I don't care about no Jim Crow. Separate. Then you have to worry about Jim Crow. Maybe this will make Mississippi separate. I'm just saying. I don't care. Separate. They doing it. Why you sitting up there begging white folk to be your friends? Why you begging white folk to? I'm just saying. 88 said, did you hear about the Jim Crow laws being passed into law and brought back in Mississippi? I don't care. Ain't gonna affect me. Because I'm gonna tell you what. I'll be out of America in 3 years. Trust what I tell you. And y'all can Jim Crow all the hell you want. I'm done. I'm so tired of black folk. Do we want to be free? That's my question. Do we want to be free? Shortly after, wait a minute, what you say? But shortly after, they might be trying to bring back slavery. They might. I don't put it past them. I don't have no feelings about it, 88, because guess what? If you as black people don't get tired of what you're seeing, I'm gonna show you. And I wish somebody could find me this from Forecast. If you're in this chat, I wish you can find me the little girl where the teacher hit her in the head with an iron something. She picked up something and threw it at another child, and it hit one other little girl in the head and has messed this little girl up for her whole life. Please try to find me that. I saw it in the car. I don't even think I saved it, but I don't know what to tell you guys. I just don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't care. I don't care. Please put it in the chat so we can look at that, so I can pull it up, because I've been trying to find it. I saw it earlier. I saw it actually yesterday, and I asked somebody. I said, "What hospital is the teacher in?" I'm gonna tell you what. Had it been my granddaughter, I would have went to that classroom. I would have locked her and I in this room, and I'd have beat the hell out of her. I'd have called my husband, say, "Get the bail money ready. It's in the bank. Go get it, because I'm gonna go up here and do some damage." I'm serious. You're not gonna act crazy with mine and live, not peacefully. You're not. I'm just saying. I am so tired right now of black folk acting like they brain dead. And I love me some black folk, you know that. But I cannot. It bothers me when I'm seeing. It bothers me so bad because I'm a fighter. I've always been a fighter. I'm a short little lady, but I've always been a fighter. I'm just saying. I believe in justice. And I'm gonna tell you, I've been always my whole life, and I would just fight. I don't care. I don't care how big there was. Me and my cousin, we look at each other. We double teaming. Okay, we believed in that. You know, back in the day, we could double team you, and somebody knew us. Here we coming. Hear them fools come. They coming. And you mess with my cousin, we look at each other, it's on. We're gonna double team them. But we already knew what was coming. We're gonna handle our business. Seriously. But I'm telling you, we as black people, we gotta do better. We're not building no schools. We're not building anything. We have lost our minds. We don't even know how to build. We don't even know nothing. Okay. 11-year-old hit in the head. Okay, I'm gonna try to find that. God, I'm gonna try to find it. Lord, please help me to find it. Lord, I'm gonna try to find it. I'm going into it right now. Okay, but I'm gonna put it on my phone because I'm trying to show it, but I can't take it. I'm serious. I cannot. Hold on. Let me do this. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna listen to this, you guys. Hold on. I want you guys. I'm gonna show it on my phone because I can't pull it down.
Throw the hockey stick at another kid and hit her by accident.
He's talking about a substitute gym teacher who chucked a metal hockey stick out of anger.
She was like yelling and screaming and stuff, and she was doing a little bit of cursing. Next thing I know, I just feel something hard against my head.
11-year-old Shakira Thomas didn't realize it was a hockey stick. Days confused at Hope Academy on Detroit's West Side last May when it happened.
When the mother of this little girl gets to the school and is wondering, oh my God, where is my daughter? They couldn't even find her. She was found wandering the hallways, confused, with blood running down her face.
She ended up with staples in her head and brain trauma. The sub, Jacqueline Brown, never said sorry and was actually criminally charged with child abuse for the crime.
What kind of teacher throws a hockey stick
Right.
at a fifth grader's head?
Right.
I mean, you obviously have to have something wrong with your head.
That
Yes.
teacher, Jacqueline Brown, was actually sentenced on Thursday as part of a plea agreement. She will serve 2 years probation and has to take anger management classes.
Just looking at her just made me bring back all the memories that got hit in my head.
Shakira in court for the sentencing says she's had to move schools and has lingering issues from the trauma.
My memories, and I gotta wear glasses, and I can't remember stuff really well.
It goes deeper. She's seeing a counselor to cope with what happened.
What about the nightmares? Tell me about those.
It'd be like flashes, like what happened the day I got hit in my head. And I remember kids just laughing at me.
Attorney John Marco and the family suing the teacher, the charter school, and the staffing company that placed the teacher. The school was not in session when we called.
Okay. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. I didn't hear where they said that this teacher lost her license. I didn't hear jail time. If it was me and it was a white child, would I be in jail? They would have had my ass in jail. Yeah. But she got probation. I'm going to tell you what. I wouldn't even reported it. I'd have went up there. I'd have saw my child, take her home. I'd have told you I'd have locked that door and me I'd have beat the hell out of that teacher. I'm telling you. You're not going to sit up here because I know the laws are not going to ever hold themselves accountable. Hey, Isaac, welcome. They are never going to hold themselves guilty. We know that. We know that. We've been seeing this since forever. So now they're trying to tell you you don't mean nothing, nigga. You don't mean nothing. She can do whatever she wants to and ain't going to jail. She ain't got to. She ain't got to go to jail. She don't ever have to go to jail. Because it wouldn't have been nothing to her left to go to jail. Or just a piece that I'd have left. You can take her to jail. I don't care. She don't need to go to jail. I'm good now. I'm good. But I'm going to tell you what, it wouldn't have been mine. I'm just saying, when are we going to have enough? Are we tired yet? Family, are we tired yet? We should be building them schools ASAP right now. You know I won't say something, but I'm trying to be nice. ASAP. We have Zach's Institute. I'm going to show y'all. Let me show it. Let me put it up for y'all. I want to show you the school that we have. Let me just show it to you. Hold on. Let me show you one school that we have. Zach's Institute, right? I'm going to go in here. Hold on. Let me show it to you. Because y'all don't believe we have a black school. Zach's Institute. Okay, here it is right here. Okay. This is a black school.
Zions Institute is committed to providing exemplary Afrocentric educational programs based on standards.
It's a need for ZIACs, not only in New York, it's a need for ZIACs in the Midwest,
Yes.
in the South, in the North.
The foundation of our society's education, knowledge is power. Until we educate our own people, we will not be successful as a people.
Our programs will ensure the consistent educational investment to our community and enhance each of our participants' growth by providing them with a creative, purposeful, and ethical atmosphere.
So it was really important for me to, become involved in something that is for the upliftment of my people. And since I've been here teaching and coordinating students, I definitely feel connected.
Peace, y'all. My name is Fontaine. I'm the director of the ZIACs TAP program. I just wanted to tell you we have a great program. We have a lot of great teachers. It's all free of charge. All you have to do is show up.
Is that we've been able to recruit over 100 students to our Project TAP program. In the future, I definitely see ZIACs expanding. I see schools opening for children and hopefully some technical programs for adults.
We're definitely looking for any other volunteers to teach any of the core subjects of science, social studies, writing, reading.
Making a change.
I'm just saying. Come on, family. We got to own. We got to own. Zayek's Institute is Q Butter School, and I interviewed him. Let me show y'all. I'm not just talking. I'm about business. I don't have time to sit up here and run my mouth. I could be doing other things besides running my mouth. I'm good at running my mouth, but I'm tired of running my mouth. I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. I interviewed Q Butter, right? This is a while back, probably maybe a year ago. I interviewed him, and we talked about his school. He's an amazing, amazing, amazing young man. And we talked about the school. We talked to great. I mean, I would send my granddaughter there. We've actually thought about doing that. My granddaughter was going to a Muslim school at the time, and my daughter didn't want to transfer her yet. Let me introduce you to the owner. Now, this is me when I actually interviewed him.
We have an AP college overtone with, because in New York we use the Regents, and most other places it's equivalent to the AP level curriculum. And I prefer AP level because it aligns with college courses a lot easier. And so we introduced AP level classes and Regents level classes as early as possible, like second and third grade and whatever, especially for social studies and sciences.
Okay, I'm just trying to see. We have our own school. There is no reason whatsoever, because all we have to do is to get our, you can first contact Q Butter, contact it, and it's Zayek's. It's XYAY, women, XYAYX Institute in New York. And they do have like a homeschooling part to it, right? So what you can do is nationwide, pull your children out of these racist ass schools, and you can sign them up with Zayek's Institute, and they can go. If you have enough people, he'll build it. He'll build a school in your area. That's not that hard, Black folk. It's really not. Why are we not doing that? Why are we not building? Why are we not building? I don't understand. I don't even know what to say, because I don't understand. I don't know what it's going to take for us to get it. We've gone through hell here, and we're still going through, and nobody seems to get it. Nobody seems to get it. I'm going to show you one more thing. I want to show you something else. Do you see this right here? I'm going to see if I can. Hold on. This program. Oh, dang. Hold on. I want you to see something. I want to show you something, but I want you guys to see it for yourself. This program, because some of this stuff needs to get out. God dang. I don't know how to get them. Well, I want to show you this one where this family, this mom bought some land. Okay, for her daughters, okay, for her kids. We can start buying land. If you want to stay here in America, I'm on my third plot, okay? I only owe probably maybe $400 more on my third plot in Malindi, Kenya. And I told y'all I'm retiring, and I am retiring there. I'm not spending a dime in America. But I do understand everybody can't do that. But everybody getting back their taxes, right? Everybody's getting back their taxes, right? Because some of this stuff needs to get out. We really need to. Everybody is getting their taxes, right? Tell me why are we not getting together with like-minded people and buying the land? Answer that question for me. We complain all the time, right? But we're not doing anything about it. Why are we complaining? I see complaints all the time on Facebook. I mean, YouTube, constantly. Phil, he talks about it. Lisa talks about it. Everybody talking about it. But I don't hear nobody say, "Oh, we buying land. We buying land." I do know about that one family, and I'm gonna look them up. The one family that bought their land. Show me the result of the one family that bought 100 acres of land. 19 families. I want you to see that family. Do you see that right there? 19 families buying almost 100 acres of land for safe haven for Black people. Let's just hear a little bit of that. Let's hear it. Let's just hear a little bit of that. You see that? Do you see that? Let's see. I want to see what they're talking about. Here, hold on. Because I'm not understanding. Because if they can do it, we can do it. I'm just trying to introduce you guys to something. Because I believe that we have to get to the point where we get mad enough, not to hurt people, but mad enough to want our own. That's all I'm saying. Dr. Umar got a school too. I heard. Oh, yes, he does. And I do. I support him totally. And I think we should too. Let's see that.
You hear that?
Look. Look at this.
That is the sound of freedom. A lush and rugged expanse about 130 miles south of Atlanta, just shy of 97 acres. It's undeveloped, unincorporated, and it has new owners.
It feels amazing. It feels really amazing. I cry every time I come here.
Renee Walters is one of them. She's president of the Freedom Georgia Initiative. It's a collective of 19 Black families who recently bought this land. This dream all started a few weeks ago during Renee's typical morning call with her friend Ashley Scott.
She said, Ashley, did you see the article about Toomsboro for sale?
It turns out that the entire small town was never for sale, just a bundle of a few dozen homes and buildings. So Ashley, a real estate agent, looked for listings in the area and found one for this.
And it was just such a beautiful piece of land. It was affordable, and it just made sense that we could create something that would be amazing for our families.
Why were these two women interested in the prospect of buying a town in the first place?
It really was when we saw what happened with Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and the protests. We both have Black husbands. We both have Black sons. And I was starting to get overwhelmed and have a sense of anxiety when my husband would leave the house to go to work. So watching our people protesting in the streets, while it is important, and I want people to stay out in the streets, bringing attention to the injustices of Black people, we needed to create a space and a place where we could be a village again, a tribe again.
So Renee and Ashley reached out to family and friends, and together they bought what they intend to name Freedom Georgia, a new Black city.
We don't intend for it to be exclusively Black, but we do intend for it to be pro-Black in every way.
Jessica Gordon-Amard is an economist and an expert on Black collectives.
I've found tremendous benefits to individuals, families, and the communities that are involved in it, including, the economic stability and prosperity, but also leadership development.
Okay. Hey, Forecast, welcome, bro. I'm trying to help us understand that this can be done. What are we willing to do? Do you think the marching is helped? We've been marching since I've seen, 1963, when they used to sick the dogs on us. And they used to let the dogs bite them, and they used to put the water hoses. That's still happening today. What changed? Why we as Black people are not doing something new? Build your own cities, build your own future. What are we waiting for? You know what? I think God is trying to make us move, and dang it if we won't get the picture. He has allowed them to take your asses back to Jim Crow. You remember Jim Crow? I'm not going through Jim Crow. I will not. I promise you I won't. I will put a damn tent on my land. I looked up some tickets today. I'm going in October, going back to Africa in October. And those tickets were $8. I saw one $8 something. I paid $7.50 last time for them, but I bought them in July. So I'm still looking to see if they're gonna come down some. But I'm going back in October. It'll be only 8 days this time, but I'm going to the land and I'm going to see about putting a fence around, doing some things out there to the land. But yeah, y'all can sit if you want to. I'm not going back to Jim Crow. I will be on my own island in my own little safe haven and tending to Cassie. I will not. Y'all can sit there and you can Jim Crow your asses. You can do whatever you want to. You can stay in these schools. You can do whatever you want. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm not doing it. I'm not. And I do believe that Africa is the safest place for Black people right now. I can't believe. Why you can't believe it, Isaac? Come on up here. I believe. What you mean you can't believe? I hate when Black people say that. Please stop saying that. Why can't you believe it? They've been showing you how they feel about your Black ass all this time. They've been showing you how they feel. And you sitting up there, I can't believe. Why can't you believe it? I don't understand that. Forecast, come on, talk to me. What's up? Help your sister out. I'm about to look on here. Help me out.
Because you're right. We still saying it's 2023. I can't. Like, yo, it's enough lessons that we have learned already that we don't have to learn no more lessons, you know. And in fact, like consider, and I tell you, like, you listen to Joe Biden's speech, but then put it in reverse for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my children around, you know, his crackhead son and his mama and all of that. Yeah, I agree with them. Just go back to like Alaska or wherever they from and go do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be my only thing. Don't come in a black town and we gonna run you up out of here if you do, you know. But like you said, consider, you know, you if you surround it, you're gonna be like, it is what it is. You're surrounded. But you showed the family too. I showed the last week on the, I think I was like the one that was like the frame of reference one, and I showed that family. And you know, they said that you know that they having a hard time like raising money. They like a lot of people won't support what they doing or whatever right now. And they be having like fundraisers and stuff. It kind of turned into like where they have like, you know, like during celebrations and people come there, they have like fundraisers. But and then they had another thing where they like, you know, they was like mixed families was coming, like, you know, mixed couple families and stuff like
No,
this.
sir.
Yeah.
See, that's what they're messing up at right there.
Yeah.
Right there. You want to get away from all of that, right? But you're gonna bring them on. You're gonna invite them in.
Right.
See, this is what I'm saying. We still have not learned. Hey, Erica, welcome. Ask why, welcome. Isaac, boy, I tell you. Go ahead, Forecast. I'm so sorry for interrupting. Please, I'm beside myself.
No, you're right. No,
I'm having a really rough time because I'm so sick and tired of what I'm saying. I'm telling you, if I could leave on the first flight, like in the morning, I would be out. I promise you. I'm telling you, I didn't have this anxiety when I was there. I was there for 6 weeks, and I didn't think about America. I was like, man, the serenity, the peace is just like, oh my God, it was just amazing. And I'm so mad I had to come back to all of this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like us not doing for us. I don't know. I don't like us waiting on other people to do for us. I don't like we just sitting there waiting on the next hat to fall. I'm not waiting on nothing to fall. Y'all can wait on that next Jim Crow if you want to. And then, like, even with this little family with 100 acres, why are we not supporting them? What they can do, a great idea would be to have some kind of functions on that land and charge everybody to come, or like have a little part of like a campground, and you can raise money. Because I saw where one time they was doing like, you can have like horseback riding there. You can rent just one horse and just do like a little festival. You can blow up some what you call them little balloons of the little houses, the jumpies. You can do like a small miniature carnival on that land. You can do anything right now to raise money on that land. But why Black folk are not supporting their family? Are they jealous? Is that what it is? Forecast, please help me. Bakari, welcome.
Yeah, because Bakari and Erica know more about that story than I do. But you know, like some people, I guess, question the leadership and some with that. Like, you know, I don't know like the inner workings of it. You know what I'm saying? I just seen like, you know, and then I did see some stuff that they were saying like where they, you know, because they have to like go to the government now to get money. So now they have.
You ain't gonna get no money from the government. They get their taxes. Every time you get taxes, family, you don't go to the government because the government gonna put their hands in it, right? You take your taxes. You have 100. How many families was that? 19 families, right? 19 families, right?
Yeah.
19 families getting their taxes, right? They're probably getting, maybe some are getting what, $2,000, $3,000. That's a little bit of money for you to do just a little bit, do a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. Stop telling everybody this is going to be all Black city. You don't have to say that. You just don't even open the door for nobody else but you to come in. You feel me? Because they don't say, oh, this is all white city. They just show you. They start making Jim Crow laws. Black folk don't say nothing. Ain't no lawsuits been filed, huh? If I guarantee you, if that Black family, and I think I heard where somebody had came and tried to do a lawsuit on them because they were saying it was discrimination. But my thing is, we don't have no lots left. That's what I would tell them. We ain't got no lots left. I'm just saying, we ain't got no lots left. What's the problem? But you ain't got to advertise. We ain't gonna have no white folk on there. But my thing is, why are they allowing mixed couples? Why are they allowing the very people that you running from? Now you allowing them because you think they're your friends, because you think you married to them, you think that you didn't forgot again. Now you're gonna open the door for them to come. They don't come to just commingle. They come to take the hell over. So what is it? What is it? And what is going on? And why are we not building? Why are we not getting so mad and say, okay, Mississippi, if you want to separate them, go by. There's the door, and let the door hit you where it split you, where God split you. You feel me? But we, on the other hand, gonna do this over here. We're gonna be run by Black people. We're gonna have a Black government, and you guys can't bring that over here. You stay over there with your white police department, with your white folk that's over you. They want to be over us and them. They got the white government in Jackson, right? That's over the Black folk. Then they got, which is an 85% Black city. So you tell me what's wrong with Black folk to still have white folk on top of them. Tell me that. I'm gonna wait for you. I'm gonna wait for you to explain that one to me. I ain't got nothing else to say.
It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain that one, Cassandra. I'm not gonna lie.
85% Black.
And I'm finding out with bet money that a lot of them is mad that they want to separate. You know.
And they've been complaining. You know they doing the Jim Crow, and they separate. Bad. Good riddance. Thank you. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Let them go. Let them go. But in the meantime, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What are you willing to do right now? Are you willing to separate? Are you willing to move forward, support your own, get your businesses, and vote Black? Have some Black folk like myself and you. Let's vote. Let's go down there. We can run for some of the offices. You put us in office. I guarantee you. I have your reparations in 30 days. I guarantee you. I guarantee you I'll have your reparations in 30 days. I guarantee you that water would have been fixed. See, Black folk ain't doing what they're supposed to do. You have lawyers down there that can file lawsuits. Why are they not filing those lawsuits? Just now, you talking about Jim Crow. Black folk ain't filing no lawsuits. We just, okay. Who waiting on who? What are we waiting for? God has made them be so evil toward us, right? He's allowed it. And we still don't get it. We still mad. Oh, they separating from Massa, leaving us. Y'all, we getting left behind. Massa leaving us. What we gonna do? What we gonna do, silly? What we gonna do? We're gonna get up and build. What the hell you mean? What we gonna do? Thank God they gone. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna exterminate and make sure all of them. We're gonna put up a wall to make sure their asses can't come back. That's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna start that wall today, because I got me some bricks right here. We're gonna start that wall, and we're gonna get some patrollers. I need some. Where my vets at? Where's my retired Army vets? You got your weapons? I want you patrolling. Period. We're doing volunteer work right now. We're doing volunteer work. I need my vets to patrol, and anybody step foot on this land that look like they gonna cause some harm, you blow their asses away. Plain and simple. Bakari, hey, welcome, brother.
What up, Bakari?
What's going on? Yeah. Look, I heard you talk about Jackson. I talk about Mississippi. You know what? Yeah, Jackson, 85% Black. The state is 37% Black, like the highest percentage of Black people. White folks just voted their own in. Black folk run the city of Jackson. But when you say you would have done a lawsuit, Jackson actually sued the company that built that messed up water system a long time ago. It's called Simeon. And I don't know, but they actually won the lawsuit. I think Simeon settled out, because they never came and did any, they never came to hold up their warranty. They knew it was falling apart, but they did sue them. So, but what's going on now? Like with them holding that money, confiscating that money. I don't understand how the federal government, Joe Biden them, can say, we're giving $800 million to fix the water in Jackson, Mississippi, then allow, but you give it to the governor. And the reason I know why they gave it to him.
Why? I was thinking, what you mean, why?
No, I'm saying, I say I don't. What I meant was, I don't understand how that is possible. I know why they gave it to him, because the governor say Jackson shouldn't have a mayor or a city council.
What the hell? They are not just every other city got it. They voted this Black man in. His dad was one of the best mayors that ever lived. He was on fire for Black folk. They killed him, right? They talking about the poison. Yeah. So what do you mean? Every other city got it.
And he's like his daddy.
Yeah,
and honestly, a lot of people
like his daddy. He's a lot like his, but his daddy was a little harsher than he is.
Yeah, his daddy was a little harsher, but he do things that ain't in the public eye to fight them. But they confiscate because they don't. See, the thing about it is they have been trying to take the city because stuff coming to Jackson. Jackson is fighting, won't let them take the city. So what they're doing now is just trying to create a little small white area, because
Right.
Jackson wouldn't let them take the city,
Right. Right.
and that's what they wanted
Okay.
because of stuff that's coming to Jackson. But when they separate and we say separate, the difference between us and them, because I ask this question all the time, how many, in all honesty, how many black people do you know, Cassandra, own a gun and have 1,000 bullets? In all honesty, how many black people do you know own a gun, have 1,000 bullets, have a bulletproof vest, and go on the train?
I think there are more than, because there is a black group that I was part of, that I am a part of, and they do have, I don't know how many members they have, but it's quite a few now. Okay, they're not in the light. Personally, I know
personally walking around every day that you see.
I know quite a few. I know quite a few
black,
that have, black folk, women, a lot of women that I know.
Yeah. Okay, good. That was black men ain't buying guns. See, we can say separate, and we can say separate, and we can talk all that noise we want to talk. But black people have not even thought about defending themselves.
But guess what? We have vets. We have retired Army vets that are like, what, 40, 50 years old, that are retired. They have weapons. They know how to use them. Those are the ones that we can hire, through the mayor can hire, to protect the city. We have dads. Hold on. We have dads who aren't working. We have black men that are not working. We can put them to work and allow them to patrol the schools and the city. I'm just saying, it's ways around this.
Cassandra, I understand what you're saying, but the difference is I'm a vet, and we can get the vets together, the black vets.
Yeah.
But all of 95% of them is going to have guns and bullets. So then when it comes to the few vets that we know and the few people that we know, in all honesty, when we look at it, we are not just gravely outnumbered with people. And I'm not saying bow down to nobody. We are outnumbered when it comes to talking about we gonna take care of ourselves.
Guess what? That kind of talk right there. I see this right here. This is why we don't do nothing. Hold on, because every time we talk about moving forward, we got people that saying, well, we can't do this because of this. I don't give a damn right now. Do you care? Right now, I'm so tired of what I'm seeing. I am willing to step out there, put things in motion so that we can move forward. We're stuck right now because everybody wants to make an excuse why we can't do it.
The word can't didn't come out of my mouth. I train all the time, and I train women. That's why I'm telling you about black men. That's why I'm constantly saying,
we get the people that can, Bakari, right now. We get the people with like minds, like Isaac, Bakari, Erica, who's willing and ready. Forecast, who's ready to go to do it. We get the ones and the other ones will come. And once they see us being motivated, once they see certain black folk out there trying to do, putting things in motion, we got a whole lot of young folk right now that'll come. The old folk ain't gonna do nothing. We can sit down, let them get bit by the dogs. Because I remember I seen the movie the other day where them dogs were tearing their asses up. I'm just saying, let them keep getting bit by dogs. Why they putting this Jim Crow thing together? Okay, y'all can sit over there. Candace Owens, the ones that want to be married to these white women and white men, let them sit over there. But the ones like yourself and I, that's ready and motivated to do, we make it happen. We got to put something in order. We can't just sit here and just be, well, you know, the last time we did, they burned it down. Well, that was 1920. Okay, this is 2023. We still ain't learned nothing since then. We still why we can't do what we need to do.
And Cassandra, I understand the word can't never come out of my mouth. But what I am saying is we do have to get more men interested. I'm a firm believer. I still train women. I still train with women every day. I'm down to training young people. I'm down to training young people 15 years old, right? I'm down to training.
That's what we use. We got to use our young people. And we use our women until the men get the balls that they need, the kahunas or whoever. Then we'll use what we got, which is children. We got some black men out there that's qualified in that group. That the young, you know, they have some, but we use what we got. We can't just sit here and wait because we're gonna wait till everybody's gonna be dead.
So let me show you something, right? Okay, the first thing they hit you with was DeSantis saying no CTR in Florida. Then you have what's going on in Mississippi. Then you have the white boy say, white people get the fuck away from black folks. Then a lot of people don't know this. I'm gonna do a show about this one. So then when you look at the University of the Texas university systems, they are getting rid of all of diversity. You don't have to worry about diversity no more. They don't have to have no diverse students, none of that. So who do you think will be the first people fired? The first students that's rejected. They are doing everything in their power all across this country to show you how they absolutely feel.
And we don't get it
black
yet.
people, we get it, but black people too busy. Black people, no, because black people scared of them. But black people scared of them. I'm just gonna be honest. That's why we fight each other. And I'm not talking about me and you and other people, but since I'm talking about as a group, that's why we only talk about each other.
Bakari, I don't care right now. Right now, we have to keep it. Let's stay focused here. Okay, we're not gonna talk about the ones that ain't gonna do nothing. Let's talk about the ones that is ready. Let's talk about the ones that know that we can make a difference. Okay. Let's talk about the ones that know that we're ready. Let's talk about the ones that have to make a plan. Because this right here, we can talk about what they ain't. I don't give a damn what they ain't gonna do. They ain't gonna do nothing. We know they ain't gonna do nothing. But we have the ones that are ready to do. We have young folk that's ready to do. We have Army vets that are ready to retire, who still have their weapons that's ready to do. You have women that's ready to do. We use the ones that's ready to do. We use the ones that's ready to build. We have like-minded. We go and put your money together and start building your land. Start purchasing your land. If you're gonna be here, you got to separate from these devils. Now, the ones that don't care, you want to leave your schools up, you want to leave your children over there, leave them over there. Let them sit over there. But you have to start somewhere. We can sit up here and talk just all till times get better and nothing will change. I'm tired of what I'm seeing. I'm tired of what I'm putting my money where my mouth is. My money right now is not even in the U.S. I already showed my door. I will not spend a dime here in America. I don't care if this place burn the hell down. It can blow up in smoke. I hope Ukraine. I hope Russia trying to drop a bomb on this bitch today. That's how disgusted I am of this country. That's how disgusted I am because I'm so sick and tired of what I'm seeing. You got black folks sitting up here and you see what's going on and still ain't moving. You're not moving. You're not doing nothing. You're sitting up there waiting on the other shoe to drop. You're going to wait till how long you going to wait? Please help me. I'm not having a good day today because I'm tired of what I'm seeing. I'm tired of hearing excuses. I'm tired of black folks sitting on their asses, not doing nothing. I'm tired. You sit on your hands and they just coming up, slapping the hell out you. You just taking it. I ain't seen you fight back. I ain't seen you doing that. They slap you on this side. You turn that cheek. They slap you. You turn your head. How many more slaps you going to take? How much more you going to take? You can't. How much more face? What else you got for them to take? You're dying anyway. People say, well, you're going to cause us to die. You haven't noticed we're dying anyway. We're dying anyway. You got a black guy. I need to pull this man up. He's an older guy. And they're bringing him up on charges because he is his wife is a doula. His wife, you know the black guy I'm talking about? Come on, you guys, help me. He's a black guy, an older guy. He's an activist, and he's been doing this. And he has his wife and the FBI went into his house maybe in June in the summertime. What's his name? Come on, help for a forecast. Come on, Bakari. You know who I'm talking about?
Nuh-uh.
Oh my God, forecast. Come on.
I think she's talking about that brother that got arrested.
He got arrested. The FBI went in his house. He's in Ohio. The black guy in Ohio. He's like an activist, right? And
I think talking about Jam Master Jay or what is it?
No, the guy who went to jail for being a black. The guy who went to jail for being a black identity extremist.
Oh yeah.
The black guy with his wife. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all don't know who I'm talking about. Oh my God, I gotta find this dude.
The one who went to jail for black identity extremist. They picked him up and kept him for like 6 months.
Who are you talking about?
Is that who you talking about? The black identity extremist?
I don't know. You talking about No, I'm not talking about him. Oh, I'm gonna find him. Y'all go ahead and talk. I'm gonna find this dude. I'm gonna find him. He was on there the other day talking about how they was bringing him up on charges, right? The FBI went in him and his wife's house, right? And they are like activists, right? And they're building. His wife they have their own little clinic. His wife is a doula. She's been birthing babies and midwives and all that stuff. And they're building in their community, Ohio. They are actually building. And they are now trying to bring this brother up on charges. And I'm sick of this because we can file inhumane treatments, right? We have attorneys and Black attorneys that can be filing treatment. We can file lawsuits left and right. And we won't file nothing because this is inhumane treatment and we won't do anything about it. Where's the lawsuits? When are we gonna get tired enough to start filing lawsuits? We need to get more. Isaac said we need to get more. We need to get more Black men on board.
Yeah, I mean, and I agree with Come
on up here, Isaac. You ain't shy. Tell me he's shy. You ain't shy nothing. You behind him. You got your face covered, Isaac. Come on up. Go ahead. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, because I understand. Yeah, like we definitely need more men involved, but I understand what you're saying too about like because we both like all saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And like yesterday, I ain't even get to show everything that I wanted to show because you was talking about the school thing earlier. That's why I'm like, I want to put like money into that kind of stuff, and donate to the people that's doing it. Because like there was a 10-year-old kid who got taped to a chair, and then another to a chair in school.
Now who y'all not tied yet?
But consider that's not the worst one. The other one, the teacher, they never showed the teacher, which makes me think it was a white woman in both cases.
Of course,
a teacher recorded a boy in middle school using the bathroom, and then put it on a projector in front of the whole class.
Who does that? What is that? What's going on?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, And y'all was talking about. Because I did show yesterday what the Tennessee dude was talking about bringing back lynching, and the only way that you're going to get the water thing together, because I know for Alabama they tried to sue, but they like, there's been no injustice, and the only way you're gonna do that is to go do it yourself, and try to find ways to fix it yourself. But you are going to have to come to a point where it's going to come to a physical thing, but. Right now we are on the first steps to where we just got to organize and just start putting energy and effort into fixing issues in our own community because nobody else is going to do it, So, all of us can only just do what we can, but we still got to do it though, So. Yeah.
Curry, what's your thoughts?
Well, I do think we should have been organizing and strategizing. I've been telling people that. I've been out here trying to do that, but it's hard to. It just be for me anyway. It's hard to organize. It's hard. It's extremely hard to organize because everybody wants to be everybody wants to be the great leader, but I still continue to go out here. And I still continue to work. But I'm also a firm believer in if we truly want something done and what we're talking about doing, it's okay to talk about it on YouTube. But in all honesty, I'm a firm believer we got to do like Jehovah's Witness. We got to hit the damn streets. We want people with us. We got to get out there with the people. We got to be in the streets and we have to talk to the people. YouTube is cool. I done met some good people on YouTube. But in order for the movement, every movement on YouTube, if you think about it, has been people being divisive, hating other Black people, scamming, right? That's Black people I'm talking about. So a positive movement, a true positive movement, have not been garnered on YouTube. So I'm a firm believer that we got to get back to doing some old school stuff, doing pamphlets, continue to do YouTube, we give them pamphlets, let them know where they can find us on YouTube, and organize this way the streets and social media and make and I think that's how we would make everything good. That's my personal opinion about that.
Hey, Bakari, can I say something too? because I did like, yo, because YouTube is a platform that you use for the tool that is for, you know what I'm saying, not to be taken too seriously, but it's still, we could use it as educational platforms too, and as a platform to meet and build with each other, you know. But I learned something like from when we was doing those meetings, like, you know, the people is not just going to come. So like, but you don't necessarily need to get all of them on board like at the beginning. Like, so then like when they like Matron and Cassandra kind of put me on with the nonprofit. So now there's a way to I can like just throw an event. It's not like some big movement. It's just some event to where I can do something for people, you know what I'm saying? But it's also kind of a fundraising thing. Like, and I don't think people is going to listen to you until you can like build something. So like, you know, you built like she's doing with Realm in the Bush, you know, where you have it and when she starts like we know considering how many millions of young Black youth she's helped, you know, or like if we fix the water issue or like any other issues that we talking about, like people will listen to you more. But you can do certain things, you know, without like the other people that's not even with it, because like it could be like nobody and I could still throw an event and the people that come to the thing, and I can still approach companies like with this nonprofit thing, like, yo, just donate to this and you can use it as a tax write-off and you can promote it for your company. I don't care about their company. It's just we gonna make sure that the Black people in Alabama get better water, or in Jackson, Mississippi, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, I'm just saying like we can do more things, like, and you don't have to broadcast everything that you do, but I do think telling people like certain strategies and ideas is good for them, but don't tell them yours, but you know what I'm saying.
I do totally agree. But another question I have is why and what is it going to take, and why are we not building? Where's the plan? We need to come up with a plan. We have to come up with a plan as far as our future generation. Right now, it's a mess. We have white folk coming up with our future as far as how they separate Black men and Black women. That's white folks, white supremacy stuff. Black folk didn't start that. That started back when the white women and the feminists, you know, was talking about their men wouldn't give them equal rights, but Black women took it a little farther and said, oh, now we don't need our men. White women never said that. They never said they didn't need their men. Now they got yours and theirs, okay? While Black women talking about we don't need our men, they coming to get your man, okay? And now you mad. What you mad at? You said you didn't need them. But that started with white folk, right? So now we have to get to a place where we start building our own cities. Like I said, we're getting ready to get our taxes, right? You can get some like-minded people together and start looking at some land, and maybe, you know, we got places where we do have like what I think like 15 Black cities, like what's the name of them? Boulay or B-O. Hold on, I wrote them down. Like what's that? B-O-L-E-Y. I think that's in Oklahoma. That's a Black city. Why not buy some land there? I'm just saying we have to go to a Black city where a Black city already exists. Go buy some land. Go buy some land. But we have to go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I was just about to say, you know how cheap the land in Alabama is? Like it's all Black there, you know what I'm saying? And out Lawrence County, I'm sorry, Bukhari, you know, it got history with the Black Panthers. You know, so
we gotta do something. And we
Forecast, you cannot say that word, can you? You cannot say that word.
Lawrence County.
Leave forecast alone. So this is what I'm saying. We have to start somewhere, but we're not serious enough. I guess we're not done allowing them to beat our heads in. We need to get it beat down just a little bit more. You know, I don't understand. I'm trying to understand. I'm having a real hard time understanding this because I don't understand how much more we got to see. You know, just like Isaac was saying, well, I can't believe this happening. It's 2023, but guess what? They never changed. You thought they changed. Oh, excuse me. You thought they changed, but they never changed. They have children. Those devils back there that was holding those dogs and sicking those dogs on your grandparents, they had children. And those were the children that was looking up, watching Black men be burned to death alive, right? And then they had children. Those are the same people. They never changed. They never changed. What? Because they showed you they teach you thought they liked you? Because you were allowed to move in their neighborhoods. even though sometimes when you move to their neighborhoods, they moved out, they still ran. And then they came in and called it gentrification instead of segregation. They just rewrapped it and called it, oh, we gentrifying the city now. No, it's segregation. They never moved with us. They never integrated with us. We integrated with them, but they never came to integrate with us, did they? Or am I incorrect on that statement?
You are correct. You know, the thing about it for me is what I always say, what I believe. Black people is mad, but Black people is mad with Black people. That's why, I'm going to be honest, this is why I tell people, I hear a lot of people say turn off TV and turn off radio. Social media is worse than TV and radio. Look how we treat one another on social media. The anger we have, and the anger that we have, and they have put us in this box. And there's a lot of different reasons. Everybody, but all of the anger you have, you take your anger out on the people that you're around, right? So we take all of our anger out on one another. And big part of that reason is we have adopted a white mindset. I call it white arrogance. I call it white arrogance that oozes out of Black people pores. And to me, that's what I see. We're not mad enough with the system. And when we do get mad, if we say we're mad with the system, we want to, instead of teaching and dealing with our people and asking questions so we can create a conversation, we are mad with the system. So then verbally, we'll take it out on one another.
Right.
Things that we do keep us from coming together. Now, I'm saying all this because I learned this a long time ago, and I learned this. I learned this the hard way. They give us our leaders. They give us our leaders, whoever they are. They are not Black, but they tell us who we should follow by putting them on TV. They tell us who we should listen to by putting them in algorithm on YouTube. So then when it comes to what you really want to do, we have so many people caught up in they trap. When they see us coming, being pro-Black, being Pan-African, think about it. Who always screaming? Oh, them old pro-Black, them Black people, them old hoteppers, them old he. You understand what I'm saying? All the anger we have at other people, we have been taught to direct it toward one another. And when we do it, I just see and hear white people. I see and hear white arrogance, even though it's Black people talking and doing it. When you say separate, the first separation we're going to have to do is be able to separate mentally. Because if we don't separate mentally and just go live amongst one another, my honest opinion, it won't work. We have to separate ourselves from them mentally. That's my take. And sometimes I think that's why it's hard to organize. Do I agree with separation? Yes, I agree with separation. Not just mentally, you have to separate physically. But I think first it's going to have to be mentally. That's me.
And I do believe
physical.
I do believe that it's going to only work when we come from among them, and it's going to take us educating our own. It's not going to be easy because it took 70 years for us to get here. 50? But they've been educating our children since 60s. It's going to take a while for us to get back on track. But we start now. We start somewhere. We're not even willing to start anywhere right now. We keep looking at this stuff and we've been making excuses why it's okay. We've been making excuses. Well, she threw something at okay, but I didn't hear whether the teacher was going to lose her license. Did you hear that? I didn't hear that. I didn't hear she got no jail time. Because if I threw something and hit my daughter in the head, I would have went to jail, being a mom, right? But the police officers can throw stuff and they can beat your child half to death and they can kill them. No jail time. Teachers can throw stuff now at your child. No problem. No jail time, right? But let a parent do something. But let me do something. If it's a white child, I'm going to jail. You understand what I'm saying? So when we're looking at this, but we still don't want to do anything. I don't know how much more I can take for one. And I'm tired of seeing what I'm seeing. It just makes no sense. Who else is tired? Is anybody else tired? But we can't just be tired. We got to be tired enough to do something. But
you're right.
I can't do it by myself.
You're right. And one person can't do it. No 1, 2, 3 people can do it. But this is, like you said, nobody went to jail, right? Yeah, I agree. My child, you wouldn't have to go to jail because I'm going to beat the shit out of you. And I mean it just like that. I'm going to beat the shit out of you. Ask if my son was here, if my daughter is here, ask him about my son football coach. Motherfucker, you can't make up no rules. And I'm going to tell you something. When I talked about black men and I say what we don't have, I'm going to tell you this story right quick. They call themselves punishing my son because he wouldn't stand for the national anthem. They gonna kick him off the team. I said, that ain't no rule. I stepped to the coach after the game. I'm by myself. All those black men out there, it was about 10 of us. I say, so they like, I promise you. One of them said it, and I'm mimicking him. He said, if I were you, I wouldn't say nothing to him right now. Man, he gonna be mad about that game. You don't want to make him mad now. He gonna be mad. They lost too. I'm like, man, fuck him. Let nobody treat my child like that. I wouldn't let them treat your child like that. I say, but you know the fucked up part. Y'all some grown black men. Y'all will sit there and let that white boy treat a black child like that so your son can get some playing time on a fucking football team. I said, what kind of shit is that? So when I stepped to him, he raised his hand, right, and pointed. I said, if you raise your hand again, I'm going to beat your motherfucking ass. And then this black woman walked up. Coach, you did a good job. And faked at me like she was going to hit me. Boy, shut your mouth. Because I was talking to the white dude. But I was not about to argue with that black woman in front of that white boy. You feel me? So I ignored her. She didn't know I knew her husband. Her husband found out what happened. Her husband thought similar to me. Not exactly like me, but similar to me. So once her husband found out what happened, I think she apologized to me like 50 times in a row every time she saw me after her husband talked to her ass. But that's what I was up against out there by myself. I called some people I knew. A few of them showed up to the game. But we will sit there so my child can get some playing time. Only for one dude, I take that back, one of them out of the other 10, 12, one of them walked, brother, you right, I'm with you. One of them stood with me. One. They did, because we don't want to make him mad. He just lost the game. You don't want him to be mad. I don't give a shit about him being mad. I'm mad.
Yeah, I'd rather for you to be mad than me.
Shit. I told him my son don't even care about football. My son knew he wasn't good in football. My son joined the team because he had friends on the team, right? My son was academics. My son graduated with a 3.7, 3.8 GPA. His thing was academics, but he joined the team because he had friends on the team. And his friends wanted him on the team because they were good friends. But I ain't gonna let y'all. But his friends, now watch this. But his high school friends stood with him though. But them grown black men wouldn't stand. They were scared to death. You don't want to make him mad. Fuck him.
Hey, can I
and
say?
We're gonna have to knock some of them down first. Go ahead, Focad.
No, but that's the thing though. Like, yo, every generation kind of had the same problem, you know. Like, you know how many people in slavery was like, oh Lord, I best not, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all was just looking at Gabriel Prosper, like it rained that day, and I could just see it now. Black people like, oh Lord, this is a sign from God not to do anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yo, there's always been the, like, you know, like Ida B. Wells, Marcus Garvey, but like, yo, all of them have actually done something, and now it's our turn to do that. You know, every generation has had something, and they, no matter how many people was against them, they still move forward, and they moved us forward, and we have the same power. So, you know, we can do things, and that's why it's important. Like all the things Bakari is doing, all the things Considera, now that we know each other, and you know, we know truck drivers, so now we know that we can get some transported from New York to Atlanta to North Carolina to Virginia. You know, that's just here, you know what I'm saying? Then we know other people across different places, you know, maybe Louisiana. and we know like truck drivers. So like, you know, this stuff is possible. We know about things like ham radio. It's just a matter of doing it. But like, that's why it doesn't take everybody. It takes the ones that we know, and the people who have done stuff for us. They've done it regardless of how many people was against them. Because like, I'm telling you right now, like I'm not gonna let nobody else stop me from doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to do it a positive way. You know what I'm saying? But y'all's not gonna keep me stuck. That's the problem. Y'all keeping me stuck, and I'm not gonna let you keep me stuck one way or another. So we all gonna be hurt, or we all gonna be winning one way or another. So, well, yeah, I'll pass the mic.
What's up, highly favored? Welcome. I just want to show you guys. I did find the man. This is his. I don't know a whole lot about him, but this is the young man right here. Y'all remember this dude here? I want to just show you a little bit about what happened to him. Hold on, you guys. Oh, shoot, I have to turn my phone up, Lord.
Several properties in late July in St. Louis, Missouri and St. Petersburg, Florida, tied to the African People's Socialist Party, which leads the Uhuru movement. The Pan-Africanist group has been a long-time advocate for reparations for slavery, a vocal critic of U.S. foreign policy. The raids came as the Justice Department indicted a Russian man living overseas named Alexander Yanov, using U.S.-based groups to spread Russian propaganda. The groups were not named in the indictment, but reportedly include the African People's Socialist Party. One of the FBI raids targeted the home of Omali Yeshitela, the founder of the African People's Socialist Party. He accused the FBI of targeting his group for their political work. He's joining us now from St. Louis. Omali, welcome back to Democracy Now! We actually spoke to you first in about a quarter of a century ago in 1996 when Democracy Now! Just began. Can you, though, go back to the end of July and talk about what happened? Talk about that day of the raid. Where were you?
My wife and
Wait a minute. I just want y'all to understand something. See, you understand this dude was doing some stuff, right? He's trying to actually do something for his area, his neighborhood, right? For Black people. Anytime you try to do anything for Black people, then they turned around and said a Russia spy, a Russia somebody. Now they didn't put this man with this man. And how in the world did them two names come together? I have no idea. Knowing them, they just, he probably don't even know the people. But I'm just saying, every time you see Black folk trying to help Black folk, then the FBI, the FAC, they agents or they spies or whatever, and then they go against them, right? And that's to deter other Black folk from doing anything. But we have got to get to the place, if we do this globally, what can they do to everybody? What are they going to do to everybody? Can they arrest everybody? But we have to do it globally for it to work. It's not going to work if you got one group here, one group here. This has to be a global experience, seriously. It's got to be more than 4 people that's trying to make a change. It's going to take people, but we know how Black folk are. They'll make excuses why back in the day, they did this and that and the other, and da-da-da-da-da-da. So what do we do? Do we be scared? Because most Black folks scared. They talk good game. But when it really comes down to making a difference, we always want to see somebody else do it. Why not everybody rise up globally and do their part? If everybody is doing their part, everybody got a part. Everybody got a part. Isaac, you got a part. You say you shy? You got a part. But everybody got to do their part. When everybody do their part, then we'll see a change. We'll see, you know what I'm saying? We'll see things moving. What's your thoughts on that forecast? I'm gonna go get my charger, but I'm listening. I'm listening.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I know who he is. Shit, I fell off. But yeah, I know who he is. I was talking about it. I think that Black people need to put our ideologies, well, it would behoove us to put our ideologies to the side and our tribalism to the side. You know, I talked about this, brother, when that stuff happened, and then it was a sister on there, and she spoke, you know, very eloquently and stuff like that. And I don't agree with all of their ideologies, but, you know, this particular mission, I do support it. But a lot of people did not support them you know, because of certain ideologies. And I think that we will always, we have continuously been split up from our tribalism and our, you know, ideologies. And, you know, it's either you're going to be black first or you're not. You know what I'm saying? You want freedom or you don't. And I get the criticism of that group, you know what I'm saying? But like, I also get the support for that. You know, your enemy is enemy, you know what I'm saying? But like, I do think black people need to learn that we have no friends in the world, but also we need to learn that everybody, you know what I'm saying, is a tool or object, and you need to use any and everything, even if we start beef between them and capitalize off the beef like they do us, you know what I'm saying? We can do that to them and capitalize off their wars, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we don't have to be the victim. We don't have to be peacemaker. We don't have to love everybody to do business. You know what I'm saying? Business is business. And I think we're too emotional, and we got to learn a cutthroat ability when it comes to non-black people, because we got it with each other. We just need to switch it around. Like, our guns is pointed inward. We need to point them outward, you know? So that, you know, I'll pass the mic.
But again, we have to start looking at who is, who's leading black folk around. Okay. Where are the talking points coming from? You know, as far as I'm hearing where, you know, black folk, you know, black men and women are coming together, you know, coming against each other like crazy. Where did that come from? Do we ever stop to really think about where did it all start? Remember Malcolm said, who told you your hair was nappy? Who told you your nose was big? Where did it all come from? We've allowed them for so long to tell our stories. And when they tell a story, then somebody that look like us will pick up the story and run with it and spread it. And it just, we don't ever think about, well, hold on, let me think about that. Hold on. If I say I don't need my man, then they come against my man. Then they take away my man. Then I'm uncovered, right? Then if I'm uncovered, my kid's uncovered. If I'm not around, what's going to happen to my children? You have to understand history right now is repeating itself, right? You have to understand that. History repeats itself. When you don't know your history, you're bound to repeat it. And we did not pass our history along to our children, right? So now history, the Jim Crow, all of this stuff is repeating itself right now, right? And people are up in arms. But no, you shouldn't have been up in arms, because if you had been taking care of your own, if we had had stuff in place, they could write all the laws they want to, because we would have had our own city and it wouldn't have impacted us, because we would have had black folk on top of black folk. I mean, black folk that want to do for black folk, not the dude that's the Alabama mayor to say, I ain't gonna do a damn thing for black folk. I don't have to. That dude needs to be shut the hell down. Right there, when you hear black folk talking like that, immediately we should have came together, wrote a petition. Your ass got to go. Plain and simple. I don't want to hear nothing about it. We're gonna put somebody else in your stead. Seriously, because we're not doing this no more. White folk can do it, we can do it. We have to get bold enough to start stepping out doing stuff. And we have to start vetting even black folk that look like us. When they start talking crazy like that, well, then you know what? You need to be over there and let white folk vote you in. Black folk voted you in, right? It was, you said 38% was white, but the rest was black. But you still ain't gonna do nothing for us because you worried about them little coins the white folk gonna give you. But you still ain't want to do nothing for black folk, but black folk put you in, but you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna, you sitting up here telling us you're not gonna do anything for us. But what are we gonna do about, how are we, and those are the type of people that we need to handle. We have to clean house right here and right now. If you're gonna talk like that, you need to go on over there, because we're not, you can't be up in here right here. We need to be totally divided, because people like him will get black folk, real black folk like us, hurt. Seriously, because they'll sell you out. Those are the black folk that was in Malcolm X's theater that day when Malcolm X was talking and they start fighting amongst each other. Those are what we're dealing with right now. We got to deal with them people. We got to deal with them coons. We think it's cute. It's not cute. We got to deal with the Candace Owens that come on there. Because if Candace Owens was Jewish and she would talk the way she talked about the Jewish people, they would have shut her down a long time ago. Do you hear me? A long time ago. But we just let people alone. We don't say nothing. We don't do nothing. We're so peaceful. We're so loving of other folk, but everybody but yourself, because they taught you how. But until we take the educational system back, until we get our children out of their system, until we deal with that system, until we get out of that system, our mind frame won't change. We have people that think like us, forecast. We have those groups right amongst us. Those are the people that we need to deal with. Those are the only people right now we need to deal with, because everybody else, call out the coons. Yes, because everybody else right now who don't think like you, they dangerous for Black people. And when you start calling them out, you separate from them. You have nothing to do with them. But we have got to start putting things in place like our own community stores. We talk about this, and I'm gonna keep talking about this. Our own banks. We start taking our money away from them, I guarantee you that will impact them tremendously, because it's all about money now. The dude said, I ain't gotta do nothing for Black people. And he mean it, because he know Biden said the same thing. Biden told you, I won't do nothing about police distance. Biden told you, I don't believe in reparations. He said that. Obama said that. And we gave Obama 2 tries, 2 terms, didn't we? 8 years. Biden said, I don't believe in reparations. We gave him a term. When he said that, Black folks should look at him and say, you won't get our vote then. But that's not what we do. We too busy allowing white folk to tell our story. We too busy allowing them to educate our children. We're too busy trying to fight to work on their jobs. Because I'm gonna tell you what, when COVID hit, Black folks should have went into technology and opened up their own business. Because this is where it's going. It's going into technology. If you're not thinking about the future, having an online business or getting into technology some type of way, you're gonna be jobless. So I don't know what kind of job y'all doing, Black folk. If you are not thinking about getting into technology or having your own online store business, which only costs you $50 to open up, you'll get a GoDaddy and a domain, come up with your name, and you're gonna pay $29, probably $60 a month to run your store, and for that, to run, that's $60. Probably not even that much. I'm just off the top of my head, probably not that much, but I'm just saying. We know we don't like working for white folk, but nobody's putting anything in order for them to step out into the deep, into having their own business. Getting like-minded people say, hey, y'all, let's do a collection. Because I had a GoFundMe up for a store. I'm going to pull it up. I had a GoFundMe for the store. Nobody would support it. I wanted my own community store. Forecast, talk for a minute. I'm going to pull that up for you. Go ahead and talk for a minute. What are your thoughts on what I just said?
Yeah, as far as, because I was thinking about the community store, and I was, I'm gonna hit you up about that too, about how it's done and stuff like that, because I know that there are certain properties, even though now it's starting to get funny style because of the way that the cities is being set up and the gentrification working, and we already know that the integration stuff never really happened. It's just they integrated our money and our resources and our minds, and then they got control of our kids' minds, But the Black communities is still there. And a lot of times, like, I don't know if a lot of people actually like go to the hood. Most people in the hood is like good people. It's just there's a poverty mindset that is there, you know what I'm saying? And even when you start doing this, you can even work together. And if you do a community, like, you can offer them something, like, whether it be like, just for example, like stock in a company, or like, you give them free whatever on Sundays, or you say you get 25% off whatever it is in exchange for protecting my business. You know what I'm saying? Like, you work together with the community. It's like not one or the other, is a back and forth. And we need to kind of realize the back and forth aspect of all of that, and Bakari talk about, getting out into the streets and stuff like this, because I really think Black people feel like white people about Black people. Like we clutch our pearls just like they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see a Black man walking down the street in a white t-shirt, you probably be more scared. God forbid if we have dreads, but it's that white boy that just caused you most death. You know what I'm saying? And we got to get out of that, and we can do business together. We can work together. What they say about us is not true. We're not like liars, crooks. We know how to do business. We're not dumb. We've have our own thoughts before they even existed. You know what I'm saying? And we've done business before they even existed. And they don't control all aspects of business. But it's just working together as a community. You get the people in the community and make them feel involved, and they'll even protect it for you. and it'll help you grow. And then you can go to those Arabs in the community, be like, yo, you got 24 hours. You can either get gangster or you could be like, nobody's coming in the store one way or another. You know what I'm saying? But you know, as a part of working together. So.
And this is what it's going to take. It's going to take us doing for us. And until we get serious about it, I was on GoFundMe trying to find, because at one time I did have a thing up, and I want to try to see if I can find it online, where I had a GoFundMe up, and I was trying to do the community store. But like I said, people don't want to support nothing. I'm trying to find it now because I had it up there. And we'll sit there and we'll look and wait for other people to do it. And I'm like, why are we waiting? Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm like, why are we waiting for other people to do for us? Other people are not going to do for you. And I don't understand, why are we waiting? What are we waiting for? What is the problem? Why can't we do our own? Why can't we do our own thing? You know what I'm saying? It's time. It's been past time, but we won't step out to do it. And that bothers me. Does anybody see the writing on the wall? Does anybody see the writing on the wall? I see the writing. Why do you think I keep building over there? Why do you think I keep buying land over there? Because if it's shut down here, I'm out. I will put a tent on my land. I have 3 plots. And I will put a tent on those plots. And I will tell people, hey, come on, you got a tent? Let's go. Get your ticket. Let's go. Because you'll eat when you get there. I promise you that. You'll eat when you get there. But I will not stay where you see. We already know what's going to be destroyed. We already know what's going on right here. But people still don't get it. They still don't get it. And I don't understand why you don't get it. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. We've been talking for way too long. And what we've been saying, nobody's hearing it. Nobody's caring. Nobody's doing anything. Nobody cares. It's like, well, it's not, it's not, affecting me. So why do I care? But it is affecting you. It's affecting your family. It's affecting your children because you're not building. You're not doing anything. We still have our money. We have a black bank, right? United, is it United One, United, First United, right? But we won't even support it. How many people got their money in that bank? We won't even support it. Tell me why. It's there. But why we won't support it? Good question, huh? But nobody cares to answer. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I don't think they care if they live or die right now. I don't think they care, Forecast. I'm serious. I don't think they care.
And that's the thing, consider I don't even know, because if they didn't, then if they didn't care if they died, then you would be even more willing to put it on the line, to at least push it to its limit to see what you could do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. Like, is this love mixed with this fear, mixed with whatever? But it's also a lot of the people that say they be down, like, you don't really know until you actually gotta do something, you know what I'm saying? And then you see the people that still be around and still, because I get it, we work every day like everybody else, like, you know what I'm saying? We just regular people, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But like, we can still make a difference in anything. Like, and I think information is important. The information we put out, I think that's why I keep saying, like, I wanted to get talking with you about nonprofits so people can just understand the fundamentals of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's important. But as individuals, you have a certain level of power. And then once I start connecting with you and I do what I do, and then I'm like, well, now I finally got something where I can have mentors or whatever. So then I can, like, well, now I know I can come to Consider, who probably gonna have a billionaire industry by then, or whatever the case may be, or Bakari with the dump trucks if I need to build something.
Exactly. Yep.
It's just that simple. Like, and Black Wall Street was created that simple because they knew there was no other choice.
I even want to show you something. I'm glad you brought that up. I wanted to show you. I'm gonna share my screen. How the work that they put into Black Wall. Let me show you how it was created. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on. Oh, let me see. Let's talk about this. Oh, let me see. Where is it? How? Okay, let's just see this. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Alrighty. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I'm new with this. Y'all know. Hold on. Let's go up here. Okay, I want y'all to see this. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. The lay of the foundation. About 100 years ago, this area was known as Black Wall Street. Then it came to a heartbreaking end. Okay, and that's because they didn't have the protection. They were so free and they were so open. But I want to talk about who created it. Okay, 100 years ago, one of America's greatest success stories came to a crushing end. At the turn of the 20th century, I'm going somewhere with this. Hold on. Who was the man? It was the foundation of Greenwood, District Black Wall Street, were built in the 1980s when African Americans first migrated to Oklahoma. Many Black people had arrived as slaves to the Native American members of the Chickasaw, whatever, Cherokee, Creek, and Seminole tribes who were forced to relocate from the southern eastern U.S. Oklahoma territories as the President Jackson Indian removal following the end of the Civil War, ratification of the 13th Amendment, which called for the abolish of slavery. Okay, hold on. It's land allocate. Who is this man? Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to get their towns. Settlement move rule. Hold on. Okay. Oh man. Okay, I think it's up here. Following the end of the Civil War, the ratification of 13th Amendment, which called for the abolishment of slavery. African Americans were granted citizenship, allotted plots of land. See, they were given land back in those days, but it's okay because land is so cheap right now that you can put your money together and you can purchase land. Okay, even in America, like you said, in Mississippi, I don't know if I want to buy any land there. Alabama, some of these there are 13 still Black only cities right now, and I don't see why you can't go there and buy some land. I'm telling you, it's still like 13 Black cities. Okay. And it says, let's see, the land allocated led to boom in all Black towns, including Greenwood, between 1865. The number of all Black towns and settlement grew more than 50. Today, only 13 Black towns exist. Okay, to help those towns grow, some people took on roles of boosters, encouraging the migrants of other African Americans seeking to escape the racial violence of the South. See, they knew, they saw it. They was like, our ancestors. And see, and do you really believe that our ancestors would be happy on what they're seeing today? They was probably turning over in their grave when Martin Luther King told them, come on, y'all, let's get back up under there. Let's go hold LaSalle's hand. Can you imagine our ancestors got up and said, y'all damn fools. We didn't got y'all free and we didn't got y'all Black cities. We didn't got y'all schools. We didn't got your hospitals built. We didn't got your clinics built. You got your banks, you got the bus stations. And now you're getting ready to lose everything or go back under there with them devils. Can you imagine them turning in their grave? Now that is something that I believe that they were turning in their graves for. They weren't turning no graves about us voting because they're looking at us like you voting for white folk to be on top of you. That's not why we died. We didn't die for you to just put anybody. We didn't die for you just to say, okay, they're blue, so no matter who, we're going to put them up on over us. That's not why they died. Let me just read a little bit more. Okay, they would say was a utopia for opportunity and freedom for Black people. One of these boosters was Edward McCabe, a former politician and state auditor. And a lot of times in those days, they had to have white folk to buy the land for them, didn't they? Was that true? That I know at some point they did have white folk to buy their land.
McCabe, 1800s, yeah.
1800s. Okay, McCabe dreams was to create an all-Black state in the Oklahoma Territory that was run by and for Black people. McCabe founded the town of Longston in Oklahoma, in a newspaper in Longston City. We even need like more positive Black media. Like right now, what we're doing right now, we need more of this. We don't need more Cynthia G's and Roland Martins. We need Black folk like Black folk that's gonna tell the truth. We need that in the Black community. We need for honest people to come and continue doing shows like this that's gonna bring light on what we used to have. We're forgetting. We can't forget. I love that. Have you been doing that? I've been watching some of this stuff, but I haven't seen any more on the Sunday shows that you've been doing for Cass.
I'm trying to do one tomorrow. It's I'm gonna try to finish it by tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to have one tomorrow.
That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. My hat's go. I mean, I'm proud of you, Roland. I love it. I'll be waiting, looking. So he said he used the publication as a tool to promote his idea about a Black statehood. While McCabe dream never materialized, it further fueled the creation of all Black towns in Oklahoma Territory, one in which would become known as Greenwood. The birth of it, I think this is where it was. It all started with 40 acres and a grocery store. Ottawa Greeley, better known as O.W. Greeley, was one of the Tulsa earliest settlers. Greeley traveled to the oil-rich city in Tulsa in 1905 from Arkansas and purchased 40 acres of land in which he built the People's Grocery Store and a one-story room house. Do you see how this dude started? Are we looking at this family? Let me read it again in case y'all missed it. He purchased 40 acres. Him by himself purchased 40 acres of land. You had 19 families that purchased 100 acres, okay? On which he built the People's Grocery Store and a one-story rooming house, okay? He had a grocery store and a rooming house, set the stage for the boom in Black entrepreneurship businesses that would flow. Greenwood was soon filled with restaurants, hotels, billiards, halls, shoe stores, tailor shops, and more. Do you understand? This one man started it. Then you had other Black like-minded folk to come into it. And you have to have rules. You can't come over here, you got a white woman. You can't come over here, you got a white man. Because I don't believe, and I don't care what people say, I do not believe that you can be one sleeping next to a white anything. Snow bunny or snow daddy. I'm just saying. Okay, so let's continue. Just a little more. The district enterprise residents built their businesses for Black people who were often barred or treated poorly in the nearby white establishments. Do you understand? The same thing was going on then that's happening now, but you had one man that started his little store and a rooming house. Greenwood wasn't just a place for the state of mind. They had built this place. They had created it. It wasn't a gift from anyone. It was their own community. Everybody knew they were just as good as anyone else. And that's what we as Black people have to understand today, that we can do this. We can do this. They had the same stuff that they was fighting that we're fighting today. Do we understand that? I'm not going to read all of this, but you guys will pull this up and understand. They had, look, he said John and Lola Williams built and operated an auto repair garage. Confectionery, okay, and a rooming house. But they were best known for building a famous William Dreamland Theater. They built a theater which featured silent films, live musical theater, revenue, and regularly attracted Black audiences. Simon Berry started Jenny services was created. Catered to Greenwood's Black community who were barred from using white taxi services. He also owned a hotel and started a bus service. An experienced aviator founded his own airline charter. Are we listening to this family? This is what they built. Do we understand this? Oh man, I probably missed something up, but we're gonna keep going. Okay, Greenwood wasn't just a place for a state of mind. They had built this place, that they had created it. It wasn't a gift from anyone. It was their own community, you guys. They built stuff. They was building things. Dreams destroyed. Okay, we talked that, they, of course, they're gonna come in there and they're gonna try it, but they built this from ground up.
Hey, Cassandra, can I say something about this?
Yes, please.
Yeah, because no, it's like a history thing. I've seen a couple misinformation things about this. Because I know what this brother was talking about earlier. There was actually like 2 Trail of Tears, right, where they was talking about the Chinese looking Indian ones where they moved them, but a lot of people don't know that they took a lot of Black people from like northern or different areas and moved them into. That's what they was talking about, the foundation of Black Wall Street and stuff like this, and eventually black people was fighting back and all of this stuff, and then and then they got their own, like, they eventually built their own businesses and stuff like this, and like you were saying, like, and how they got the money. They was working for white people and stuff like this, and took the money and brought it back to their community. and then
Yes.
spent it with each other. So then eventually they
Yes.
can hire each other and they'll
That's
spend
how
money.
you do it. You work for a minute, but you don't stay. We didn't work for them and got comfortable. Just like the NFL. I look at them and I go, man, they could have had their own NFL. They could have had their own music entertainment. They have enough money where they could have had their own. You use the stepping ladder. You don't stay. You don't stay. You don't continue allowing them to tell you what to do. You build, you get your money, and you get the hell out. That's not what they doing. The NFL didn't do that. They ain't built their own team. The entertainment, the TV, they didn't build their own entertainment. They didn't make their own music. Which what's his name? Who was that? Nick Cannon said he made Zaya. Who was that? Zaya. Who was the people he used to work with? Zaya somebody. Who was that? Who he worked with? Nick Cannon.
Yeah,
he made them. I can't even remember them people. Anyway, he made them $1 billion. You mean to tell me you made them crackers $1 billion? You didn't make $1 billion for yourself? Why
and
would
then
you work
made him apologize?
And then they turned around and took money from this dude. I don't understand that. What are we thinking? If you had $1 billion to build for somebody else, you need to be shaming yourself. You didn't build nothing for yourself. You have all these damn babies. You ain't build nothing for your kids. Nothing. You got to go to white folk to get what you need. If they tell you today, which they told him, Nick, we're going to shut you down. And he went crying like a puppy, didn't he? He put them tails. Look, I got too many kids for this. He tucked them tails and went on back in there and ain't talked Hebrew yet, have he? He ain't said nothing. He ain't Hebrew nothing, did he? Shit, he put that stuff right on. Hey, I'm going to sit Hebrew over here, brother. We're going to just put you right there on the table for a minute because I got too many babies right now. Okay.
He said, I love everybody.
I love everybody. I don't even know. Hey, I don't know what was wrong with me. I took the little turban off and everything, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Hey, but yeah, can I say one more thing though, because even with the like you were saying, like they work for them, but then they got their own communities. They invested the money within themselves because they couldn't spend the money with them, and we probably shouldn't either. They probably spitting and peeing in our pies now, and we just eating it, begging but anyway. But the thing they don't tell you about Black Wall Street, you see how they was about to go into the destruction, but they don't tell you how armed black men was protecting Black Wall Street. They wouldn't, they say all these people got killed. It was I'm not saying a lot of people didn't, but you know how many people they saved by being able to fight. It was a reason they had to drop bombs because they could not get past the barricade.
They were whooping up on their behind. They had to destroy everything. They had your own government. Who has bombs in America but your government? Your own government bombed that city, and nobody paid the price for that. Your own government bombed, but that's not the only city. They did in Philadelphia too in 1982. They bombed another one in Philadelphia. Those black folk was military, right? They said military, but they were just black people that love black folk and was helping their own, and they bombed them. A Black Mirror did that.
And they let them children die in that bomb.
So did 11 of them. Sure was. It was one girl that survived. One girl that survived. And I was looking at how to start your own town. This is something we need to discuss. We need to discuss stuff like this. What is the problem with us moving forward? They've done it. I just showed you how they did it in Black Wall Street. They already told you. You had different individuals that came and did different things. Everybody had their gift and they operated in their gifts. Everybody on this live got a gift. What are you doing with your gift? If you are 10 years out, you got to put a plan together. Give yourself time to be free. Okay, today is the first day. Where are you going to be in 5 years? Write you a visionary board. What is your gifts? Find out what your gifts is. Start saving money. Every payday, you should be putting something away. I don't care if it's $20. Start somewhere. Start with $20 first. Then start with $50. Then start with $100. But you got to start somewhere. You can't keep sitting up there spending up every dime you got. That's just crazy. You're working for what? Nothing. If you don't have a savings, shame on you. Shame on you. I understand you got bills, but every payday you should have $20 left over out of your pay. $20 for yourself that you done laid aside to build for your future, to build for your foundation, to build for your online business. It don't cost nothing. Let me tell you something. I had an online store. Let me show you. This is crazy. Y'all got to understand. Sometimes I do stuff just to see if I can do it. Seriously. I do it just to see if I can do it. And I had an online store, right? I was doing baby clothes and I was doing, and there it is. I don't know. Hold on. Let me stop sharing. Let me stop sharing. Let me just show you. Sometimes I do stuff just to see. Let me just see what Cassie can do. Let me just see. Okay. This is some of the stuff that I had on there. Okay. Hold on. Let's go down here. This is some of the stuff. Okay. That was some of the things I had on there. Okay. Did the baby clothes, right? You can do it. You know how I did it? I went to GoDaddy, Shopify. Okay. It cost me $30 to do Shopify. It cost me $30, $16 to do a name. Okay. You got to do the domain. And then it cost me $30 to actually, at $60, I had the whole store put up. And it cost me $20 a month to keep it running. $30, I should say $30. Okay. But it didn't cost, when you go through Shopify, it didn't cost me anything to start at that time they was giving me 30 days. Okay. You didn't have to make your first payment for 30 days. You paid $1 and then they said, okay, your first payment, you give you 30 days free. Now I think it's 2 weeks free. Okay. They're giving you time to get your store going. Right. And I did it. And they helped me. They helped me to put my store together. I just was trying to see if I could do it. You know, sometimes I'm like, let me just try it. Let me just see. Because everybody was talking about how easy it was. I did it. This is the stuff that I put on there. Okay. This is all the stuff. And I'm going to show you. Then I did, now this is these are the items that I did. I got them in my phone. These are the stuff that I did. This was my store, right? Then here's my plus size women. Had a plus size women's store. Okay. I had 2 stores. See? Y'all have to understand. Y'all just have to step out there and try it. I didn't touch any of this merchandise. People would buy this stuff. I would order it from my store. They would order it from my store. I ordered it from the website that I had the stuff on, right? I didn't touch anything. Ordered it. They drop shipped it and sent it to them. You don't have to do clothes. You can do furniture. You can do high ticket items. You can do exercise equipment, exercise bikes. You can do, I'm just throwing stuff out there. Shoes, gym shoes. I'm just saying, I have ran into so many people. And one guy wanted me, he was a Mexican guy. He wanted me to help him to get his store. He wanted gym shoes. I even had the thing, you know, he showed me the shoes he wanted from Mexico, and he wanted me to show him how to build a store. I didn't have a problem with that. But see, we have to understand, you got to start somewhere. It's not as hard as you think, you guys. It's not as hard. GoDaddy, Shopify will walk you through it to help you to do what needs to be done. We got to start somewhere. You don't have to keep relying on people that don't like you. You don't have to continue relying on them. These people with Black Wall Street had stuff that they was trying to do. They was working for white folk and saving their money and turn around and bought 40 acres of land. And he put his little whatever, and he probably sold an acre to somebody else that wanted to build something, an acre to somebody else that wanted to build something. And that's what the guy that I bought my land in Melindy, he bought a whole lot of land and he's selling sections. He's selling sections. He's selling sections. And I bought one from him. He's got more. I ain't gonna tell you what I paid, but I'm just saying that was the because I knew him. So I don't know. I'm just saying, I know it's under $1,000. So what are you guys ready to do? I'm just saying, these are things that can be done. These are things that didn't take me all day to do the foundation. My girlfriend, she has a foundation. She said, Cassie, heard I was talking. Cassie, you can come up under me. Okay. And within maybe 2 weeks, I had a foundation. Didn't take long. I'm just saying, you guys, y'all think stuff is so hard. It's not. It's not. You can build a fishing line. You can build a dog line. You can build people love dogs. People love dogs. Put your business out there. I even joined Michi X's business line. She had a business. She's got Michi X, the real Michi X, right? .com. Okay. I went on there. I bought her business course for like $35. She had a sale on it. And I bought it. Hey, well, welcome. She had a sale and I bought her business class. Everything she was doing, I already knew, but I just wanted to see what I didn't know. Okay. I just wanted to see. I'm just saying, sometimes you have to step out when people like that who got stuff. Michi is amazing. She is doing it. She's making it happen. She's doing some great things, right? So I look at people and I see what they're doing. I'm like, oh, hold on, let me see. Let me check out what it was on sale. You can buy a gun store. She has a course. And I was thinking about taking that course because I wanted to include weapons. I wanted to include guns to the foundation where you can come and buy a weapon. Michi X, the real Michi X. She has a course on there to that you can take a course. I think it's like $75, and you can literally own your own gun shop. Online? You don't have to touch no merchandise. You hook up with a person that's selling, with a company that's selling weapons. You drop ship. You connect. You make a website on Shopify, and you say, "I'm gonna sell all these guns." You have pictures on your page as far as connecting you to their website, and when they purchase on your website, you take that money and you buy on their website, and extra you keep it. Say, for instance, I see a gun and I can buy it in bulk, right? One gun may be $150. You've just charged $1,500 for that one gun. That's $150. I'm just guessing. Okay, let's say $500. I don't think it's going to be that cheap, but I'm just saying. Say, for instance, you saw a gun for $500 and you sold it for $1,000. That's $500 in your pocket because you can price it at whatever you want to price it at. I'm just saying. This is how easy stuff is. But we don't, excuse me, I got the hiccups, y'all. Y'all, we don't investigate nothing. We just, oh, that may be too much work. Oh, I investigate everything because I know my plan. And I'm putting stuff in place right now. In 3 years, mark my words, I'm going to be overseas. I'm going to be moved, relocated. I'm going to have my house built. I'm going to be in my house in Malindi, Africa, Kenya. Malindi, Kenya. You better look it up. Y'all can sit here if you want to. I'm stocking right now, planning my escape. Now, y'all can sit here and wait for that other shoe to drop. I know it's coming, but trust and believe me. If I had the money to leave today if I had the money to stay when I was there, trust, I was trying to find out how can I stay? How can I not ever go back home? This house don't mean nothing. I'll lease it with the option to buy. And that'll be money in my pocket right there. Because the way houses, we were looking at apartments today. Apartments are going for $2,000. Houses going for $2,500, $2,000 now. I'm just saying, I could literally rent my house out and live on what I make from my house, the sale. I mean, not the sale, but the rent of it, and go over there and live if my husband was ready. So I got to do that first. That part, I'll be talking about it every day. I got to get it up here so he'll be ready in 3 years. It may take 3 years for him to get ready, but guess what? If he don't, I'm going to be back and forth. I'll be over there. I'll be back and forth till you get ready. Okay. That's cool too. I'm just saying. Go ahead, Forecast. I'm not going to just do all the talking. I'm going to let you, what you got to say?
No, you going in. No, I'm learning a lot. Yo, I learned a lot just from like what you were saying just now, just like, having your own, your gun store online, it's just that simple, just to do something like that. You make your own money, so. And having the right mindset with it, and knowing the plan. But that's the whole thing, is having the plan of what you're going to do. Like, I got my plan. I know I have to switch what I have to do, and then I know that I got to do it for a certain amount of time, and to have a certain amount of whatever, and then. And in the meantime, I could be working on the other thing, like how in the meantime you was building Realm in the Bush. You know what I'm saying? I could be doing my thing for like the water thing, and like you already know about business. Like I took it in school, and I guess it was like destiny, I guess, for someone, however you want to put it. Because one of the lessons that stick out was like, yo, never put the name of your business, like don't call it like your name or like something that you can like. It's like your mom and pops is not something, it's something like Joanne's is something different than, a name that you don't even know, and people is less likely to follow you if they know that you own the business, especially if they know that I'm saying something. So,
Exactly. You had that white face on there. You ain't always got to, why we always got to put it in our name? You don't have to put that stuff in your name because people get jealous. But she just got stuff out there that nobody even knows she doing. She got stuff out there. White folk been buying it, and they don't even know it's her. And they've been talking about her, talking cash junk about her. But guess what? Buying her stuff, buying her products, and don't even know that they are paying for her products. But you don't have to tell everybody everything, because Black folk don't want to support when they know it's you. You ain't got to say nothing. Why are we talking anyway? Why are you talking about it? Be quiet. Just do it. But we have got to get to the point where we want to do it, where we're going to start somewhere. I was trying to find that. I still cannot find that ad. The store, that online store, the store that the community had a GoFundMe, and my computer reset, so I can't even get into that right now. I'm like, man, I wish I could find it on my phone. I'm gonna show you a copy of the GoFundMe that I had for the store. It was a community store that I was trying to do, and I just couldn't. People wouldn't support it. It was a community store in my area, and I had a GoFundMe. And I'm telling you, people just don't want to support nothing. They don't want to do nothing. They just want to sit up here and continue struggling and, you know, voting for people that don't have the best interests at heart. And I even have like stuff like I was selling the Patriot stuff, right? Where, you know, food, 24 hours, you know, food. Let me show you a picture of what I was doing. I have this on my Facebook page. Okay. So I still do that. I still sell the 72 hour food thing bins. Okay. That's not no cheap stuff, but guess what? It's gonna do what it needs to do when you sitting up here and, you know, hungry and stuff. You're gonna have to have yourself together and have things in place, you guys, and find something that you want to sell. If you like to fish, sell fishing equipment. If you like animals, sell pet supplies. If you like dolls, sell fake dolls. If you like gym shoes, do gym shoes. Do something, you guys. Everybody on here should have a side hustle. You should have a t-shirt business or something. I'm just saying, I have t-shirts, I have mugs. I'm just saying, look at this. This is stuff that's on my Facebook page. I sell this stuff. This is for my foundation. Everything goes back toward the foundation. I'm just saying, this is Ram in the Bush. I sell this stuff. This stuff is what's on my face. My Ram in the Bush has products on it. I'm just saying, stop acting like we can't do nothing. These are t-shirts that I ordered. This is stuff. This is a side hustle. You should have at least 10 streams of income coming in, at least. If you don't have one, shame on you. You should not just have a job, because a job ain't gonna get you where you're trying to go. It's not. That job is gonna pay you just enough to get you by, to keep you broke. Okay, we all know what jobs mean, right? We all know just over broke, right? We already know that. So why are we not doing? Why are we not doing? I even had this on my website. I'm just saying, you can do exercise. Why aren't you doing? If you like to exercise, you have a gym. Sell gym. Make a website selling gym equipment. I'm just saying, you don't have to touch the equipment. You're going to advertise maybe 5 products, and you advertise it every day. You advertise it every day. It's not that hard. Go ahead.
And this kind of go back to what Bakari was kind of saying earlier too, because I want to ask you something. Like when you're talking about business, sometimes like I personally think that it's more important for like our children to know about certain things about business that have more of an opportunity in the future, because a lot of adults is stuck in their ways and stuff like this. Like, yo, what do you think about like making some kind of like short thing for like kids to understand how easy it is to do stuff like this, or like, you know, different ideas?
My granddaughter was doing nails, right? She loves nails. When you see my hair braided, my granddaughter usually does it. She was 12 when she started. My granddaughter's 14. My daughter created her a nail business. She was going into different parties and her friends and doing their nails. Okay. That was her business. She, my granddaughter, I'm telling you, she was doing hair. Okay. She does braids, little kids braids. She doesn't charge that much, maybe $50 to do braids. But that's something we're teaching her, especially when you know that that's their gifts, especially when you know your child's gifts. Okay. Why not you? Why aren't you creating your child's gifts? Why aren't you doing it? Just like I was going to put this on my website. Okay. We're going to need those. You think we're not going to need that? You think you think we're not going to need any of this stuff? Are you serious? You think you're not going to need that coming up? What's coming up? I'm just saying, these are items that need to be on a website. You need an emergency website. You need a medical bill, a medical bag that has all the first aid kits in a bag on a website. I'm just saying, why don't we see more of this? I'm gonna have that stored up next, and I'm gonna show you the GoFundMe that I had up, but people just don't want to support. I rode around and I found a spot, and I talked to the guy and everything. I even have another spot where I said, "Hey, let's get like a huge food line, a huge supermarket, and you put maybe 50 small businesses in there, people that want to selling physical stuff, maybe who has like, maybe, you know, have you been to like a flea market and you've seen all these people in one place I went today to Raleigh, right, North Carolina, and it's a place called the Food Market, and it has like 10 different recipes. Okay, 10 different recipes, 10 different restaurants, right, in this building, and it has tacos, it had Chinese food, it had hibachis, it had cheesecake, it had everything in this building that you could ever want. So your family could go to this place and you had hamburgers, you got shrimp, you got Greek gyros, you had everything in this building. Somebody came up with that idea. Who came up with that idea? Somebody came up with that idea, right? And everybody can pay their rent, and everybody can pay enough rent to be able to pay rent on this building. I was telling people, I said, hey, we as Black people, we can get our own flea market. We're not gonna call it flea market because I don't like the name flea market. Okay. I think we should call it something else, but it can be set up like a flea market. You got a business, come on down here and rent a space for $150 a week. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing a price out there. Hey, you sell gym shoes, you sell shorts, you sell tops, you sell coats, you sell bikes, you sell skates, you sell whatever you sell. Come on, 50 of us come together, $150 a week. You can pay the rent that way. This can be done. But guess what? I'm a visionary. I'll put stuff out there, but people look at me, they don't want to do it. Why? I can't make you do it. The idea is there, but people don't want to do nothing. People are lazy. It's work. Hell yeah, it's work. But people don't want to do it. They want to sit up there and they want to complain about white folk. I don't care about them. I don't care about the Jim Crow. I don't care about them. They're not going to hurt me. Because guess what? I'm building mine right now. I'm stacking mine right now. You better believe that. Don't play with me. Because I'm going to be out in 3 years. Y'all can sit here if you want to. But you have to put stuff in place to be out. I remember maybe about 5 years ago, I kept saying, man, I'm going to Africa. I'm going to Africa. I'm going to Africa. And everybody said, when you going? I'm going in October. I'm going in October. October came and went, and I ain't went yet. Because guess why? I wouldn't put things in place. I was saying it, but I wasn't stocking no money. I hadn't bought no ticket. I hadn't looked into the Airbnb. I hadn't looked into my visa. I hadn't done the homework, right? I hadn't done anything. I was just saying I was going. And then October comes and said, dang, I ain't go again. I'm going next year. And I did it for 3 years straight. Duh. The next 4th year, I went last year, didn't I? I went in October. Because guess what? I started putting money away. I started putting money aside. Bought my ticket. Saw me a ticket. Ticket was $750. I bought it. From United States to Kenya, $750. That was one thing. Then turn around, start checking on Airbnbs. Of every place I want to go. I went to Dar es Salaam, I went to Kenya, went to Zanzibar, I went to Rwanda. So I started with Kenya, got my Airbnb. I rented out Brandon's. He had a nice Airbnb. And I'm going to rent it out again. Okay. You feel me? I knew people that had Airbnbs that was hooking me up, right? So I rented his Airbnb for like 2 weeks straight. Okay. I paid him, paid that one off. My next pay, I said, okay, I'm going to do I wanted to go to Dar es Salaam. Went there for one day. Bought Airbnb. I did the Airbnb for them. Went to Zanzibar for a week. Bought the Airbnb for them. Next time I bought, so I did it in spurts. I didn't do it all together. I did little bit by little bit by little bit, but I started building. So I knew I was going, right? But I started putting things in place to be able to go. So next I said, okay, I did the Airbnbs. Me and my daughter sat down and we did the Airbnbs one day. Everywhere we was going, we put the dates together and we had them air. We started ordering them. We started putting them in place where we want to go. Then I said, okay, now I had to check on the vaccines. How many? What do I need? I need the yellow fever. I didn't want to take it. I was trying to get out of that, man. I was trying to get out of that. Took the yellow fever. I had no problems. That yellow fever was the highest. It cost me $280. Okay. I had to go through the health department to do that. Then got that done. Then I said, okay, now I need my visa. I had to go through Tanzania. I had to do my homework to see, okay, Kenya, you can get you call it a visa, e-visa, and that covers Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, and Rwanda. Okay. That covers, but I had to get another visa for Tanzania. Okay. Tanzania, Dar es Salaam, and Zanzibar. They was included, but the one for Kenya covered Uganda and Rwanda. Okay. I had to find that out. So I had to get 3 different visas, but I was able to get the Kenya visa. Then I had to get the COVID test. You have to find out if you need a COVID test. I didn't get the COVID test to the day of the airport. I didn't know because I looked on the website. They just said I needed it. I got to the airport and they said, "Oh, you need a COVID test." I'm like, "What the hell?" But thank God I got there 3 hours in advance, 3, and I did it on purpose because I know that I knew I wasn't going to wait to the end of the time to do anything. I said I'm going to get there 3 hours early, so whatever hiccups, I'll have time to unhiccup. You know, I'll have time to plan to do whatever needed to be done. I had to actually go get a COVID test that day. And I'm telling you, it was rough, but I made it. I'm telling you, you have to have time. You have to plan stuff. You can't just sit up here and say, "I'm gonna be a millionaire and don't do nothing." Oh, I planned that Africa trip out. Me and my daughter both, we planned that thing. We planned it. And I was there by myself for a week before my daughter came. Then I was there a week after she left, a week before I did. And I was still there. I wasn't scared. I never once felt threatened. Never once felt somebody was gonna take my money. I never once felt no harm. Never felt anything when I went there. But I knew that is the place where I'm going to retire, because I'm not just going to retire in Malindi. I'm going to have a house built there. Yes, I'm putting money together for that because people that I know builders. Okay. So you making contact, you get in contact. And I don't work with people that I don't know. I'm working with people that I know who know that people that know people. And those are people that I trust, because I trust you. I trust certain people, and they're hooking me up with, people that's going to put a gate around it, then people that's going to be building, but I'm going to be there when you build it because you're not going to mess my money up. I'm going to be there. I'm going to put a gate around it, but I'm going to be there when you're building it. And so whatever, I'm going to have to probably get an Airbnb until they build it, but I know that I'm going to be there while you're building it, because you're not going to be building. I'm not there. You have to be there in these countries. You have to make sure that you're there. But I'm not trying to be here a long time, you guys. You know, I don't like these long lives, but I hope I've said something. I hope I've said something to encourage you guys, because it's time to build. That I will require you to have a COVID. No, I wasn't going nowhere that they was requiring me to put poison in my body, and I meant that. So every country I checked, if they didn't need a vaccine, I went. If it needs a vaccine, I'm not going, because they don't even have COVID there like that. They don't even have, it was 0.5% of anybody in Africa that had COVID. I'm just saying. So what am I getting the vaccine for? Why? They only 1% of a percent, 0.5% of a percent. So that's nobody. 1 in 1,000 people. I'm just saying, no, I didn't need it. Plus, you already had it, so you have it. You look like a cold now. You get COVID now. You're down for a couple of days. Your body fight it off and keep moving. I need a vaccine. We don't need that. I'm going to compromise my immune system for these white folks. You got to be kidding. Yeah, you got to be out of your mind. This is why y'all put stuff in place. So if these white folks say, "Hey, you got to do this," or "You gonna do this," you can get them the middle finger and keep moving. These devils just want you exactly, and they killing a whole lot of folk. Trust and believe me. Died suddenly. Y'all need to look at that. DiedSuddenly.com. Look at that. That thing is terrible. What they doing to people. Died suddenly. You need to look at that. And when I say it's died suddenly, it's died suddenly. Forecast. You got something to say?
Yeah, and then by the way, I never got sick either, and that's the funny part. And I've been around people that got sick, but I never got sick. But
you got some good immune system.
Yeah, I know. I ain't gonna let them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My body is great, so I ain't gonna be tripping. But and it's interesting the countries and the with the passports and the countries that you can get with the passports. Like imagine the day you be like, yeah, you get the black passport, so you can go to the certified black countries anyway. You know what I'm saying? So and the last thing I'll say, if you find a way to if you have like a box set of you make 30-minute, 15-minute episodes of like business tips, and then even if you go in like you was just doing, and then say if you want to do this, you could. Like business policies, business principles, or politics, or whatever it may be. Like you could just talk about one certain aspect of business, and then go in and show all of the aspects that you could do. But for kids, I would buy that. You know what I'm saying? If you find a way to make it like a box set or something like that, just put together a group of videos and not to put that on you, but I'm just saying that's a great I think that would be help a lot of children, and I think that's a great business too, So.
Wow, that's a great idea, Forecast. Wow, that could be something that you can do, because like I said, my daughter is smooth. My daughter has her own business. I won't tell her business on the thing. but she has her own business. Okay. And my granddaughter had, like I told you, she just had her own nails. And she was going around. My granddaughter got her logo, business cards, just had the kit. And my daughter goes all out. So my granddaughter was doing, like I said, nails, and she does hair also, but she'll do it at the house. You know, they come up to the house and they'll drop their kids off, and she does little kids, other kids' hair, and some adults too, but a lot of kids. Okay. And she just created it. You get your logos, you get your business cards, you build a name, and you support. You have to advertise. You have to advertise it a lot. You have to advertise it. And some people, most of your friends or most people that you know will not support. They don't. Black folk don't support Black folk, and that's the sad part about it. It'll be strangers. It'll be things. You know, some people that you work with may. Some people. Couple people in my family do. But a lot of people don't, because we were taught not to. You have to understand, it's not white folk fault. It's our fault, because right now, what is happening to us is on us. It's not on them. It's on us, because we know better now. We see the results. And if you still having them to educate your children, shame on you. You know, and I know we got to work for them, but it shouldn't be for a whole 100 years. It should be to make your money right now, to make your money, to get the hell out, to be stuck in your dough right now and have you a side business. You should have, I say 10 incomes, side hustles, at least 5 right now. Okay, let's just say 1 or 2, and you can grow from there, but at least have 1. What is your gifts? Know your gifts. I had a girlfriend, she can bake cakes like crazy. I'm like, what are you doing? Why aren't you baking cakes and cutting them up in small pieces and putting them in a sandwich bag and selling on your job? I'm just saying, why are we doing that? Or why aren't you doing pop-ups? Take your cakes. She's off on the weekends. Do a pop-up every weekend. That's stocking your extra money. That's Saturday and Sundays. You can do pop-ups, okay? And you could be stocking your money right there. We're not using our off days wisely. My off days is for my foundation, okay? I have to do it. I'm not gonna not do it. I met a guy the other day. I have another CDL program, okay? He's in this area also. So it's just things that I'm including stuff all the time. I'm including stuff. I still have to get to the city because I was doing some training. I didn't have time. I need to get to the city because I want them to donate. I need to find out how can I get them to donate me a couple of houses, because I deal with inmates now who are coming out of jail, right? And they need a place to stay. And plus a job, plus a business. Because I know everybody's not business minded. I know that. So I'm still creating on-the-job training for paid on-the-job training for them. I'm still creating. A lot of them want to do their CDO program. I got one guy that wants his own program. I'm going to get him trained and I'm going to use him. I'm just saying. We have to parent on purpose. We know stuff that's in this community that's needed. I checked with an airline place to teach people how to fly. That place is $100,000. Do you know that they are willing to train, but it's going to cost $100,000 to get people trained. $100,000. That's because they don't want no Black folk doing it. But if you're willing to do it, let's go. Let's make it happen. $100,000. And they gave me some stipulations, of course. And of course, those stipulations was to keep you out. And I know it. $100,000. How many Black folk got $100,000 to go to school to fly a plane? But we need it. Because we need our own airlines. We need our own transportation. We need our own taxis. We need our own buses. Winston-Salem, Dr. Claude Anderson, his family had a bus company in Winston-Salem. Look it up. He talks about it. His own family had a bus company in Winston-Salem. Black folks stopped supporting because they thought white folk buses was looking better. You had your own, dummies. You had your own everything. And we gave up ours to go and integrate with them. And didn't take none of your teachers with you. So you left your children, parents, and allowed them to walk through a mob of angry haters. You think I would have let my kindergarten baby walk in that school by herself? The devil's a lie. Wouldn't have been my babies. You wouldn't use my baby to do that, because I don't care. You're going to use somebody else. You wouldn't use mine. Because she definitely wouldn't have been going by herself. She wouldn't have been there in the first place. I'm just saying. Because you did have Black folk back in that day who was saying, no, don't do that. Let's not do it. But the ones that wanted to do it was a little bit louder than the ones that didn't want to do it. But I'm sure you had some black folk like us back then that said, y'all, that's a bad idea. Our ancestors got us free from them, and you getting ready to put us right back up under them. What sense did that make? We were free, y'all, free from them. We had our own little cities over here in the corner, and they looking at their stuff. Oh, man, they got them clubs. Their clubs is nice. But all you got to do is put your money in your club. You'd have made your club just as nice. For they had 100 years. We built their clubs for them. I'm just saying. But now all you had to do is put the same money into your own clubs to build your own clubs, and our clubs would have looked better. Black Wall Street looked better. That's why they was jealous, because them devils didn't have nothing. They was coming buying from them. They was buying from them and got jealous and burned it down because they got jealous. I heard a woman, she was on her deathbed, a white woman, and she said she accused this black boy of raping her, right? And he didn't do nothing to her. She said it. He accused him of raping her. The family, they burned the family, they killed the boy. And you know why she did it? She said, I did it because his sister's dress. Look, this is a black family. And you know them black families didn't have none in them days. But she said that she accused that boy of raping her. They tortured, they killed the boy. They burned the family's house down, and they made the family move, right? You know, she said she only did it because his sister's dress looked better than hers. That's how evil these people are. That's how evil Satan's seed is. So y'all don't know who these people are? So for you to make a comment, well, I don't know, it's 2023 and they still acting like that. They never changed. They just showed you their teeth and you got comfortable seeing. See my teeth, but I'm still thinking. So you don't know what people thinking up in their head. They showing you their teeth, but they probably cussing you out so I can't stand them damn niggas. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. We want no integration. We need to be integrated with them devils. That was the best thing we could have did for them, was to give them our children. Do you not know they thought it in the beginning, didn't they? But then they thought about it. They said, hold on, y'all. Them niggas getting ready to give us their babies. Are you crazy? They getting ready to give us the children's minds. If I got your children's mind, I got the whole next generation from then on, don't I? Because I got your babies this. What they teaching our babies now, LGBT. My granddaughter showed me a video the other day. I got so mad at her. I made her delete it. Delete it right now. Right now. I don't tolerate it. If I see the indoctrination, delete it. And then I'm going to tell you why. Because I want you to learn your history. I want you to learn your history. We have to sit down with our children and continue teaching them our history. We've stopped doing that. How many on here talk about Black history besides Black History Month? How many pull up those black movies, old black movies of Deacons of Defense, and let your grandchildren see those movies? We have to start doing that. He told us never to let them forget, and we've allowed them to forget because we forgot. And now look what we got. We got a mixing and mingling with demons and devils and snakes. I seen this movie the other day. It's Childhood. That thing was terrible. Man, I couldn't even watch it. Childhood Ends. Pull that movie up. Talking about what's coming. It's a horrible movie. But it's a whole lot of other movies that they got out that came in about 2005, 2012. And these movies are telling you what's coming. A lot of stuff that these white folk put in the movies, they put in the movies to help you to understand what's coming. And you have to, you can't denounce it. You got to denounce it because they're letting you know if you don't denounce it, then it happens. But they have to tell you first. And if you, as being Black people, we have power in the tongue, you have to denounce those movies. And I'll denounce every time I watch it. You're not coming over here with that mess. But we have to understand what's going on. Forecast, you'll get closing remarks and then I'm gonna close.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you, considering. Yeah, you spot on. You on point. And yeah, that the little girl was like 6 years old being spit on by grown people.
Grown folk.
I would never let my daughter go do that. And most Black people did not do that. And I personally think integration was a move by them. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at NAACP, they was the ones behind it, and we know who was behind the NAACP. So like. Yeah, most Black people was not with it, and we never really actually had integration. We integrated our money and our minds, but we let them teach and give us our doctrine. But you know, we still go to the poorest schools. We still get in areas with food deserts and terrible stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, and definitely with the business thing, because I talk about the Black history thing all the time because I think that's important. And Yo, our ancestors always have fought, and they have built things. They created mutual aid societies in the 1700s during the height of all of this, you know. And there's no excuse for us today. So
no excuse. Oh my God, no excuse. Only excuses is the excuses you making. And that's what we're seeing today. And they glad that you're not moving. They glad you're not picking up nothing and not. Because I'm gonna tell you what, if we treated white folk the way we treat them, the way they treat us today, they would have been rose up and they'd be fighting against us. Do you not believe that? Because they'll tell you, boy, we wouldn't take that. They'll tell you got something, say, boy, we wouldn't take that. They'd have rose up. They was rising up when Trump, when they tried, they rose up and tried to take the government over. Didn't they do that June 6th? What was June 6th about? They showed you just how deviant they are. They showed you, and black folk were looking at them like, oh, y'all in trouble. And they didn't get in trouble, did they? It might have been a few of them that got maybe 6 months. But I didn't see nobody get no real time. I didn't see not one called a terrorist. I didn't see them get charges of terrorists taking over and terrorism charges trying to take over their country. I didn't see any major charges filed. I didn't see anybody. And I guarantee you, look up today, a lot of them out of jail now. I guarantee you. I'm just saying, I didn't see where, the major this, that, and the other was happening. Oh my God, they got some felony charges of being a terrorist in America. I didn't see any of that. But if they were black people, and they always use their laws against us. But this is why you vote for your own like-minded black folk that look like you, that's going to have your back, and it's going to make some laws for you, that's going to make some things happen for black people. Those are the ones you have to start recognizing and have to start putting in office. And we have to start having a heart for our own. We have to start recognizing, we recognize black folk that look like you, that don't like you. And we back them all day long. I don't understand that. I'm still trying to understand that. But we don't back black folk like that young man, the black guy that I showed you, who the FBI went in his house. But see, his problem is he's standing for everybody. He got white folk backing him and everybody else. So I don't doubt that somebody in his group has infiltrated and probably leaked his name, who is probably meeting with the Russians. And they putting out there, well, I'm with this group, his group. And that's why the FBI is doing what they're doing. They set him up because he got too many white folk that he's connected to. For whatever reason. They say he's, this black, blah, 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 blah. But that dude got a lot of white folk. He got a lot of white support. I don't believe, and this is who I'm talking about, I don't believe in heaven. He got a lot of white folk. That dude right there, he looked Pan-African. He looked like he's all black, right? That dude, he got a lot of white folk that's backing him. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in all that mixing and mingling. And look at you could even see it. Who do you see around him? Forecast.
Yeah, they say people of color all the time. They
exactly. He don't say black folk. He said people. And look who is that over there? What the man? Look who the white man over there. You see there in the blue back there? Who you see? Yeah. You see, you got to understand. You can't infiltrate yourself with them. You barely can watch black folk, but you talking about white folk. You can't infiltrate like that. That's a no. You can't do that. And I believe that's his problem. He's infiltrated with them. So, but I appreciate you for coming on. I appreciate you guys listening to my little, rants or whatever. I was having a bad night. I was having a bad night because I'm tired. And just by me venting and getting it out, I didn't want to come on. I was putting off the show. I kept putting out. I was supposed to come on Thursday. I was supposed to come on Friday. And I kept changing it because I was like, I don't want to do it. I have to give me some more blood pressure medicine. I'm serious. I'm just like, I can't do this. So take one of my pills. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to calm down. I'm not going to be doing that. But I'm just saying, it's time for us to really move. It's time for us. And I'm going to show you that store next time. Hopefully I'll pull it up because I do have, I can't believe it was a long time ago where I had it on one of my YouTube pages, but I'm telling you, we have to start doing something. If we don't, we're not going to make it, family. We're not. But I appreciate everybody that came on, that has come on, that came on, and that just took time out to powwow around, just to grow, just to get some ideas. I hope I've given you guys some ideas that'll help you to start your own business. It's time. Find out what your gifts are and do your own thing. I'm serious. You guys do it. Don't wait for nobody else to do it for you. You do it for yourself, because right now it's time for us to pull out, and it's time for us to do what we need to do for ourselves, because what's coming down the pike, if you don't have your own food, if you don't have your own stores, if you don't have your own, you're not going to make it. I'm so serious. We cannot. And this is the video right here. I hope and pray I could. This is it right here. I hope I can show you. Dang. I don't think I can do it. It comes on, but I'm gonna try that. Hold on. Do you see? Okay, I don't know if y'all can see that. I did one. You see that one right there? Forecast the store right there. I did a show on it. Community store.
New community store.
Yes, I built it. Wanted to do a clinic. I wanted to get it and do a clinic in the store, and I had I had the GoFundMe and everything. But like I said, people just don't want to support. They don't want to support. And I'm like, I can't do it by myself. I'm not even going to try it. If they want to do it, let's do it. If not, I'll move forward and keep building and be gone in 2 years. But I do appreciate you. Thank you, Forecast. I appreciate you. And everybody in the chat, thank you. Highly favored. You're awesome. Isaac, you're awesome. People probably gone, but I'm just saying. This Wilbur, ask why. Thank you, you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you. Bakari, I know he's still probably listening. Erica, but thank you, you guys. I appreciate you for coming on. Eric, what's that? Delusional 88. Thank you, you guys. I appreciate everybody that came. Forecast, thank you for your time. I'm listening out for you tomorrow, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, I'm about to get to work on it now.
Yes. What time? Let me know. Text me when you're coming on, because I know I'm gonna come on again tomorrow, I think, but I'm not gonna stay on that long. I'm gonna just be in and out because I'm behind now. I'm behind.
Yeah, me too. Me too. It's gonna be like 8:30. I'm gonna try to finish it by then.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna text you though.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you so much.
All
Family,
right,
take care. Have a good one. Forecast. Bye. Family, I appreciate you guys. And I hope that y'all learned something. It's time for us to build. I love you guys. I gotta go. I haven't been here too long. I hate these 2.5 hours. I don't like doing lives that long. People can't take all of that. But you guys take care and bye for now. And I might come on tomorrow. I don't know, but I might about 1 o'clock maybe. Okay. Peace, family. Talk later.